What brings you to the lost and found, dear? Won't you pull up a seat? Everybody got a prize round here to play. Make me an offer, what will it be? Oh, what will it be? Welcome to the playground, follow me. Tell me your nightmares and fantasies. Sink into the wasteland underneath. Stay for the night, I'll sell you a dream. Oh, welcome to the playground. Welcome to the playground.
Good morning, chat. Good morning. How is everyone doing? Hello. Good morning. Hello, hello. Here we are, chat. New Honkai update. Holy. Finally. After 500 years, we get another Honkai update. Another honky bonky. Even though I'm pretty sure there's nothing to do besides the new character. But, you know. We'll go check it out anyway. You know, a guy can dream. You know, maybe there's some character episode or some shit. But I'm pretty sure it's only the character. But we'll go over it anyway. You know. So here's the plan. Here's the plan. We're gonna go do Honkai. Okay. We're gonna go talk about Linksha. You know, go over the kit, see the value, talk about it a little bit. You know. Is she good for casual players? Is she good for meta players? We'll talk about all that. We'll then, if you know, Aruka wants to, we'll do the review for her account, and then we'll move on to Wuthering Waves if we have time. Does that sound good? Does that sound like a good plan? We'll do all that. Okay, we'll do all that. Okay. So I'm actually not going to stall too much. I'm just going to jump into it, even though there is a couple things we could watch, but I just want to go into it because there's a lot to do. We'll, because like, I know there's a teaser for the new character in Genshin. There's, I think, a new teaser for some other character in some other game that I forgot. We'll go over that probably tomorrow. We'll see. Alright, let me just do something real quick. Haruka, if you want to take the chance and give me your Discord username, I'll add you real quick as well. So later we can do your review.
You must think I have a death wish, leaving everybody breathless. It's always my time, the city is mine. You should learn to just accept it. Royalty is in my DNA. I'll never be the type to settle for okay. See me coming up, yeah.
Alright, let me add you real quick then. Let me just do this. Okay, I don't have my Discord on. Let me just do this real quick. There you go.
Sparks go up in flames, can't just walk away.
Oh, is there no sound in the game? Oh, wait. Wait, hold. Let me guess. I was farming. Yep, I was farming. Okay. Every time there's no sound, it's because I was farming. As usual. Because, like, I take the sound off. Can I do this for Star Rail? Yes, I can. Okay. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it up. Let me in. Let me see the new character. I have not gone over... I usually go over, you know, stuff off stream a little bit before I talk about characters. I didn't do it this time because I had no time on my hands, so we'll do it now. We'll go over the light cone because I have no idea what the light cone does. I have no idea, you know, her numbers. I didn't look any of that up because I legit had no time. I have a pretty good idea where she fits in the meta though, even though I didn't look it up. I do have an idea. And to be honest, it's not too good. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, nice. Let the game restart and then we'll do it up. Am I in? I'm in. Okay. Sheesh. Alright, let me see. What do we have? Oh shit, Topaz actually. I forgot about this. We'll talk about Topaz as well, obviously. I mean, Linkshare is more important, but I will talk about Topaz because, you know, the second character is always important. Reruns are always important as well. We'll talk about Topaz actually probably first because, you know, it's the character that everyone knows. It's already been out for a while. So we'll talk about Topaz first and then we'll move on to the new character. So everyone knows, you know, what they should or shouldn't do, or if they should pull, maybe not. Maybe you're looking to get Topaz as well, who knows. Is there anything else? Do we get a quest? We got this, I'll do this later. There's nothing else. I am so upset, man. Like, give us a character quest. Give us something to do, man. There's nothing to do this patch except, you know, wait for the events, obviously. Obviously, there are going to be events. But, like, give us a character quest. Come on. Like, Linkshare or some like, Facia or some shit. It's sad that there's nothing else to do inside the patch. So, if you don't pull for any of these two characters, you have nothing else to do. That's actually kind of insane. Alright, anyway, let's talk characters. I'm skipping the new girl for Topaz. Just for the pet to help find goodies. That is not a bad reason to pull. Even though, obviously, you know, we want to have a reason to use her in a team. Because, like, she is an interesting character, if that makes sense. She is good, but not, you know, in some cases. But, like, she's really niche when it comes to Topaz. She's, like, really, really niche. She's really good, but only in certain teams. And outside of that, she's not bad, but she's not great, if that makes sense. But not a bad pull. Alright, so Topaz. For casual players, is she worth it? You know, usually I say something like, you know, if you're a casual and you like a character, you like a design of a character, go ahead, pull. It's always a good idea, right? And that still holds true, even for Topaz. The only, you know, I guess, thing that can happen, which, you know, can make it not true, is if you have too much of one type of character. So let's say your first, you know, your favorite design for a character, for your first character was a healer, right? And then your second best design was for a healer. and then the third best design you found was for a healer. You know what I mean? If you pull too much of a class, that's the only way I'm gonna say maybe don't pull for this, you know, for this or that character. Besides that specific reason, Topaz, you know, Linksha, any character you want to pull as a casual player, go ahead and do it. You know, you can pretty much make 4 healers in a team work. You know what I mean? As a casual. Obviously, you're not gonna clear any type of you know, end game content, but that's not the point. If you're trying to clear end game content all the way up to floor 12, you're kind of not you're not gonna be a casual anymore, because you cannot be a casual and clear mock as well. Okay, you do have to care for meta at some point, even if slightly. So she's still pretty good, to be honest. You know, follow-up attack teams, she's great. That's where she shines the most. Can she be used outside of that specific team, those specific teams? Sure, she's not as good, but she's still pretty good. She can still be pretty useful, you know? But to be honest, follow-up attack team, if that's what you want to play, if you enjoy follow-up attack teams, you pull for Topaz. Her debuffs are like really good, but only for follow-up attacks. If you have Fei Xiao, if you have a Doctor Ratio, if you have a Robin, all of those, you know, putting together all of those makes a really good team. Alright, but outside of that, she's really not the best. What I would say is, if you pull for Topaz, even if it's for a follow-up team, if you can, the light cone is really important. Okay? I would say, to be honest, both Eidolons and the light cone are both important on her. I would say 100% the first one you should pull if you can. Actually, it really depends on what you play. If you want to play a vast variety of teams, her E1 is the way to go, because, you know, all of this, you know, what you see here, you know, makes the proof of death, which is the debuff that she applies. It makes it better. It makes it do more crit damage. It makes it stack more. It makes her so other characters are usable with her, if that makes sense. It opens up more team options, which for casual players is the best thing, right? Like, you want as many options for one character as you can. So this could be the best thing you can do for her, you know, as a casual player. Her E1 is 100% the best. E2, E3, and E4, it's kind of okay. Even E5 doesn't really matter. It's only the E1 or E6, right? Because it gives you some fire pen res by 10%. So the only thing that matters, to be honest, is either the E1 or the E6. You go for one or the other. The rest doesn't really matter. It's not bad, but it doesn't really matter. Light Cone, I would say, if you don't care about only being able to play follow-up attack teams, Light Cone comes first. Yeah, it's actually some insane Light Cone. Crit rate by 18%, 30% follow-up attack is insane. Only for follow-ups though. It does not work on normal abilities, ultimates, or basic attacks. It's only for follow-ups. Anything that's considered a follow-up, it works. Okay? It also inflicts a debuff on a target, which increases your crit damage by 12%, and it can stack twice. So it's actually a really fucking good Light Cone if you have, a lot of follow-up attack units. You're just gonna, it just increases your damage like crazy. It can actually, let's say you're really unlucky, you're trying to build, let's say, a Doctor Ratio. You don't really have really good stats on them. Let's say you have like me, for example. I have 40% crit rate. Let's say you have 20 or maybe 10%. I don't know. You're really good at the game. Really new at the game. You're still building him. Let's say that's the case. You having this Light Cone can offset some of the requirements temporarily. Obviously, you can offset some of the requirements, for a character. Okay, because all of the increased in crit damage, the debuffs, all of that can offset some of the crit damage requirements, which means you can maybe have a better time at building, right? Because usually for a character, let's say Ratio, right? You want him to have, you go look at, let's see if I have one for an example. I do. You want this. This is the ideal scenario for a character, right? Crit rate, crit damage, you get both rolls, in every single piece. That's the idea. But let's say you only have, or let's say you only have a gloves piece with crit rate and attack, for example. You don't have crit damage. Well, that's fine, because, you know, you have the light cone for Topaz, which will increase crit damage, which means you can kind of sacrifice a little bit of the crit damage for more crit rate. So that's the advantage of having, you know, different light cones. Okay? When it comes to traces, obviously the big ones, they're always the most important. Ultimate first, when it comes to prioritizing and the leveling, you go ultimate first, talent, skill next. Okay, basic attack doesn't really matter. Even though basic attack can do a lot of damage, it's not really important, obviously. Okay, if I were you, you can like basically, you know, level it to 4, maybe 5, like I did. You can do that and then focus on everything else. Okay, because even though you're gonna be basic attacking all the time, because Topaz is not really skill hungry, you're gonna be auto attacking a lot, because that's just how she works. You only skill to change targets. Even though you auto attack a lot, you know, before she's fully built in a really good team, the auto attacks don't really matter. You know, they become good if you play, for example, Divergent Universe. You can, you know, buff attacks and, you know, make her really good. She can like crit for like half, for like 500k on an auto attack, which is insane. But that's only for Divergent Universe, right? In a mock battle, in a real battle, she's gonna do some, maybe like 10k damage, 20k damage, but that's about it, right? So I would say maybe level the auto attack to like level 2 or 3, and then you move on to anything else, and then you come back once you're done, and you can maybe get it up to 5 or maybe 6, depending on, you know, type of person that you are. A lot of people just like to max out everything. I don't really care about the auto attack, so I didn't do it. But a lot of people just max out everything if they want to, right? So that's on you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. When it comes to meta, I would say she's 100% still in the meta, and she will be for a while, because like Honkai, you know, the devs for Honkai right now, then there's weird phase in which they release one character for follow-up, they release another one for break effect, which we do have in the same patch, which is actually kind of interesting. We have this, you know, these two are the embodiment of what they're doing right now, right? I'm pretty sure the next patch we're getting Rappa, which is another break effect unit. After that, we're getting Sunday, you know, a support that people say is going to be good for follow-up attack. We'll see. We don't know yet. So, you know, they're in this weird phase where the, you know, most characters they release are either follow-up attack or break effect. So she'll probably be good for the next couple of like 2 to 3 months, maybe more. You know, this is for people that care about meta. She's a really good, great, like, she's a great unit right now. You know, well, again, if you want her to shine, obviously Lycon, E1, both are important. That's what you get if you want them both, if you want Topaz to shine. Okay? Let's talk about builds. There's nothing much to discuss. Usually you go for a piece Grand Duke, 2-piece Salsotto. That's like the best generalizing build. Obviously you can get specific, you can go for other builds 100%. But we're talking about the easiest way you can build Topaz, right? This is it. Okay, I guess if you want to go even more basic, you have the fire set that's available since the start of the game, but that's not the best, right? You have, what the fuck is it called? Let me see if I can find it. This one, the Fire Smith of Lava Forging. If you're really new, you don't have Grand Duke yet, you know, this is the one. Okay, this is the one. Again, not the best. The 4-piece is really not that good. But if you have nothing else, I mean, what else, right? You're not gonna wait until you unlock this. But yeah, if you're really new to the game, you don't have the Grand Duke yet, you farm the fire set, okay? Until you have it, and then you'll replace it later. Besides that, what other sets can you do? Well, there's a couple of options. Like I said, Grand Duke is the best one as a general option. You can also run, let me see if I can find it, Pioneer. This is also a thing you can do. You can go full piece, a 4-piece Pioneer, which basically requires 3 debuffs to make work. Okay, this is a debuff set. which means if you do this, you need other characters besides Topaz that can apply debuffs. The same debuff, even if it stacks to, let's say, +5, let's say, for example, the tame debuffs from Topaz's Light Cone, let's say that, it stacks twice, right? It doesn't matter. It only counts once. You have to have 3 different debuffs for it to trigger. Okay? So let's say you're running Topaz, Ratio, and I don't know, Pela, for example. I'm just throwing out units, right? All 3 of these characters inflict a different debuff. So that would activate Diver. Okay? That's an option. Usually, again, I don't recommend it unless you're, a seasoned person, you know what you're doing. This set can actually outperform Duke by like 1 to 2%. It's not a lot. You have like a 1 to 2% damage buff by using the set. It's not at all important. It's not like it's gonna change your life. Obviously, it matters if you're like I said, a meta person. If you care about numbers, yes, it does matter. This set is better, okay? But for 2%, it's really not that that important. You can totally live by just playing Grand Duke for peace. You can also, if you want, run it 2-piece. So you can go 2-piece Divers, 2-piece Duke. That's also a thing you can do. Okay? Or you can go 2-piece Duke and 2-piece Musketeer, which is going to give you a little bit of attack. Okay? Those are the general options. I would recommend 4-piece Duke every single time. If you know what you're doing and you're trying to, let's say, 0-cycle Mach, or you're trying to 1-cycle Mach, there's like some, late level things you can, if you're trying to do that, I would say, Pioneer Diver is the way to go. Okay? When it comes to these, okay, general option and easiest option to farm, Salsoro. Is it the best? No. Okay? The best one you can probably go right now, I would say, is Duran, which is this one right here. This is the one you would have if you have the time to farm. The thing is, Duran is really inefficient to farm because only 2 characters, or 2 or 3 characters need it. I would say Topaz, maybe Ratio can use it if you actually, if you do certain teams, it can work, and Face Xiao. So unless you have, one of those, like 2 of those characters at least, farming these can be really inefficient. Okay? So I would say, if you want to, you can go ahead and farm it. Okay? It's not the best choice, but you can go, it's not like the best efficiency, but you can go and farm it. But if you really want to save and, have something you can use for a lot of characters, go Salsoro. Because Salsoro can be used not only for Topaz, but most characters can use Salsoro, right? As a general build. I would say the difference between this one, Salsoro and Duran, I would say it's about a 5% difference. Kind of, like 40 to 5%. Okay? That's how much of a DPS increase you're gonna get if you use one or the other. So 4% or 5, whatever, for some people doesn't really matter. If you're, like I said, if you're really into the meta, 4% is a lot, okay? Especially now that, Hoyokiv keeps increasing the HP for mobs. Every single little bit of damage you can get is important. But, like I said, it's only if you're like trying to 0-cycle or 1-cycle, 2-cycle Mach. If you're trying to do some actual, late game stuff. If you're just trying to clear floor 12, 5% is not that important, okay? Another one you can do besides Salsoro is Izumo, okay? Let's say, you're having problems, with the crit rate, because, Topaz kind of wants a little bit of crit rate. So let's say you're having some problems. This is also a thing you can use. I would say it's like not even 1% better than Salsoro. It's a really close thing, so it's not that important. It's just like you use this if you're really having trouble with your relic rolls. You can use this to offset a little bit of the crit rate that you need, okay? Because when it comes to Topaz, you want to get as much crit rate as you possibly can, okay? I would generally say between 80% and 90% plus is what you want, okay? when it comes to crit damage, 150% kind of to like 200, 180%, that's what you're looking for, okay? Keep in mind, I say that doesn't mean that, you know, in the post screen, for example, my Topaz right here has 127, okay? But that's not the crit damage that she actually has. Keep in mind, if I go in combat and I start applying buffs, this is gonna go up to like 140, 150, okay? So I'm talking about in combat stats, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, in combat, because out of combat buffs do not apply. Like this does not show buffs. Okay, so keep that in mind. That I'm talking about in game. When it comes to speed, usually speed, it really, you know, it only really, like I said, it only really matters if you're trying to, you know, quick cycle mock. If you're trying to do it as fast as possible, you will clear it. Doesn't matter the speed. Like mine has 112, which is really slow. But it doesn't really matter because my Numbi is not affected by speed. Okay, he has a set speed of 90. I'm pretty sure. Let me like check that if I can. Let me see. Let it 80 actually, not 90. 80. He has a basic speed of 80. It goes up. He goes up actions as you auto attack the target that he's targeting. Okay, so speed does not affect Numbi, which is like the critical part of your kit. But let's say you have a lot of trouble, let's say for example with skill points. Let's say that it's a problem, you're spending a lot of skill points, even with Topaz you don't have enough. A way you can fix it is by having more speed, because if she goes, you know, more than once, you get more auto attacks, which means more skill points, right? I would say the recommended 134 speed to 143 plus, okay? So bare minimum and recommended 134, so she can go twice in one cycle. Obviously, if you have more, you can go for 143 plus, okay? That's pretty much it, okay? If I'm not wrong, that's pretty much everything with Topaz. Oh yeah, the Lycons, options. Okay, let's talk Lycons. Let's say you're not pulling the Lycon for Topaz, what can you use? Thank God Topaz has a lot of options and they're like really usable, so you shouldn't have too much of a problem replacing the Lycon. Swordplay, R5 if you can, that's okay. Swordplay is her second best Lycon by far. This is something like pretty much almost everyone has at least one copy of it, of Swordplay, so if you do, this is it. If you don't, let's say, you know, because this is a gacha icon, right? You have to roll for it. So let's say you don't have it. Maybe you don't pull that much. Maybe you just started out playing the game. You don't have it. What else can you use? Well, you have Only Silence Remains, which is another Lycon you can... I'm pretty sure it's another gacha Lycon. This one is good as well. R5 if you can. This one is also usable. It's not as good as Swordplay, but it's good enough, okay? It's also, the difference is like less than like, I'd say like 5%. So it doesn't really matter. You can use this one as well. Another one you can use, if you have it, is Cruising the Stellar Sea. I don't have it, so I cannot show it, but it's the 5-star Lycon you can get out of doing Simulated Universe every single week. You can spend 8 tickets to get the Lycon. That's also a good one. Keep in mind, both Swordplay and Only Silence Remains, they're both better than Cruising the Stellar Sea. Even at R5, even at max rank. They're better, okay? The Lycon is not the best, but it should work well enough on Topaz. The thing is, usually you only use Cruising the Stellar Sea on Ratio, or, you know, the main DPS character on your follow-up attack team, so she might not, you know, be available to use it unless you're like running like, let's say, Phase Shower or some stuff like that. Then you can use this Lycon on her, okay? Other options. Final Victor, I'm pretty sure I don't have it. Let me see. I don't think I ever bought it, but I'm pretty sure it's available in the shop. Let me check real quick. This one you can actually buy, if I'm not wrong. Let me just check, so I don't say some dumb shit. Let me check real quick. I'm pretty sure this Lightcon can be bought from this store, I think, if I do remember correctly. It's either from this store or it's a gacha Lightcon, but let me check. It should be here. Final Victor, there it is. This one. This one can also be used, and you know, pretty much, you know, I'm like 100% sure you can buy this one. Like, you know, if you've done even, you know, 4 to 5 levels of mock every single time it comes out, and you know, the other endgame modes, even if you don't complete them, you will get these fragments slowly but surely, and you'll end up being able to buy these, even if it's just one copy. Okay, so that's another option you have if you need a Lycon. Okay, keep in mind, I'm going from best to worst Lycons. Okay, so the best ones, obviously her own Lycon, and then you have, you know, Swordplay, Only Silence Remains, Cruising the Stellar Sea, Final Victor. Okay, last Lycon you can use is actually from the Battle Pass, I'm pretty sure. Return to Darkness. I'm pretty sure I have it. Let me check. Do I have it? Let me see real quick. I think I had it. Yeah, there it is. Return to Darkness, which is something you can get from the Battle Pass. It's okay. It gives you crit rate. You know, it gives you a chance of, you know, hitting in every time you dispel it, you can dispel a buff, so it's like a 20% chance. It's okay. Again, these are like the bottom of the barrel if you don't have nothing else, but they should still work. Okay. Another thing, Cruising the Stellar Sea. Okay, it's not a bad Lightcon if you can maintain the attack boost of the Lightcon. Okay, let me go. I don't have the Lightcon, so I have to actually go to. Let me go here real quick. I'll go to the space station real fast, just so we can have a look at the Lightcon. Because like Cruising the Stellar Sea is an interesting Lightcon. It's not good, and it's barely decent, if that makes sense. Okay. Let me see if I have it or to store. Wait, I have it? Oh shit. Am I a dumbass? Maybe I think I have it on ratio. Let me see. I didn't know I had it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, gives you crit rate, and right here, where is it? When the wearer defeats an enemy, their attack increases by 40% for 2 turns. Okay. And you can increase your crit rate against enemies with HP less than 50% by 16% extra. When I said Cruising the Stellar Sea was, you know, better than Final Victor and Return to Darkness, I'm only talking about if you can maintain the attack buff every 2 turns. Okay, that's the only thing that makes it good. Okay, if the boost uptime, let's say you can maintain it like 50 to 60% of the time, it's better than Final Victor and Return to Darkness. If you cannot maintain the attack buff at all, let's say you're too slow or the units are too tanky, if you cannot maintain this buff every 2 turns, it's the worst Lycon you can use. It's worse than Final Victor, it's worse than Return to Darkness, it's the worst Lycon for her, okay? If you cannot maintain the buff. Okay? I just want to take that out of the question because, you know, people are going to think, oh, okay, I can use this because I have it, it's free. Yes and no. If you have Final Victor or Return to Darkness, it can be better depending on how fast, you know, or how well you can kill units. Okay? 1 unit every 2 turns is the bare minimum to maintain the buff. Okay? In which, you know, mock can be kind of hard because units are like super tanky, so it can be really difficult to maintain the buff, especially on mocks in which you have a boss. Okay, so let's say you kill the little mobs, you maintain the buff for 4 turns, but after that it's only the boss, so there's no buff. The buff is gonna go to 0. Okay, so keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much it for Topaz. I'm pretty sure we went through, you know, pretty much everything. Okay, I think we're pretty much done with Topaz. When it comes to building, if you want to know, I'll give you a quick rundown. Relics, body, crit rate 100% of the time. If you have a lot of crit rate, usually doesn't happen, but if you already have a lot of crit rate on substats, you can go crit damage, okay, on the body. Usually crit rate most of the time. You want to try and hit 100% as much as you can, okay? Sphere, fire damage, you can also go attack, but fire damage is better, okay? Boots, speed is good, or you can go attack. It really depends. I personally went attack because my substats are better, but speed is priority here. Okay, I just went attack because I have better substats. That's it, and because I have Robin. Okay, so I can skip action values. Okay, it really does depend. Rope, you go attack 100%. That's the only choice. Energy recharge rate is not that good on Topaz because she already has a lot of it, so you don't really need it. Attack is really important. Okay, if you can, you want to aim to have, I would say, around, let me think, you want to have, let me see, how much do I have? 3,000. You want kind of between 2,100 minimum to 2,800 plus. Okay, that's like kind of the range you want to have. I would say like 2,000, 2,100 is like the bare minimum of attack you want. You should be easily be able to like go past it. You should be able to reach 2,900 easily without even trying, without having like good substats or, you know, much of that. You should be really easily be able to do it. Okay. When it comes to substats on your relics, you're looking for speed for until you get to 134 if you can. Okay, crit rate, crit damage, and attack percent last. Okay, that's pretty much the gist. Again, this only matters if you really care about meta and endgame. If you don't, if you're a casual player, things like speed, breaking points for speed, because you know there's a you know, speed has a lot of breaking points. For example, 134 is the first breaking point, which means you can go twice in one cycle. The next one, I'm pretty sure it's 145 or 46, something like that, which allows you to go 3 times. And, you know, it goes up and up and up and up, scaling infinitely, all right? So speed is important if, like I said, you're a meta player, you're trying to clear Monk as fast as possible. If you only want to clear it inside the 20 cycle that they give you, speed is not that important, okay? You have Robin, you have a lot of other characters that can skip your action value, so it's not really that important, okay? Crit rate, crit damage, attack, okay? That's pretty much all you need to know for, you know, for Topaz. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong, let me see if that's the case. I don't think it's out yet, right? It's only next patch, I think. Let me check something real quick, chat, because we might have something else to talk about. Let's see. Where's the orbs? I need the little orbs. Where's the orbs? There we go. Is this the one? Is this the one? Yes, this is the one. Okay. This one right here, which is the new set that came out. This one is one of the best sets for Topaz on paper, okay? This set on paper is like the set for Topaz. It's supposed to be the best. The problem is crit rate. You want crit rate, not crit damage, right? Like that's what you want. If the values were switched from crit damage to crit rate, this would be the piece. This would be it, you know? But since it's crit damage, unless you can hit 100% crit rate without the set, without, you know, a ball set, unless you can do that, this is useless, right? If you can get 90% to 100 without having a 2-piece set ornament, then you can consider going for this, okay? Only if you can get 90 to 100% crit rate, then you can go for this. And this is actually really insane for your damage, okay? But most of the times you're not going to be able to, unless you have like some godlike pieces, you're not going to be able to, okay? I just want to, you know, take the doubts out of the way, because I forgot that this even exists, but there you go. So if you have the crit rate, this would be the set to get, yes. If you can get between 90% and 100%, this is your number one. But again, that will only probably be the case if you get really, really good substats on your pieces. I'm talking about max crit rate on every single piece, okay? So the chances of that happening are, I would say, it's less than 1%. Keep that in mind, okay? But if in the future, somehow, you're grinding for Topaz and you get it to a 90% to 100 without ornament, without the ornament set equipped, then you can go for this. Again, general use, a nerd style Soto is the best, okay? For general use, go for this. If you're casual, if you just wanna use it as fast as possible, go for this, okay? Alright, chat, that's pretty much it for Topaz. Questions? Is there anything you guys need to know, or do we move on? Do you guys want to know anything else? Is there anything else I forgot? Or do we move on to Linksha? We good? Okay. Okay, let's then move on to Linksha. Let me just do something real quick. Real quick. Okay. Let's talk Linksha. For Linksha, keep in mind, chat, this is a really early explanation of how she works. Usually what happens is, you know, you should, before you pull, if you care about meta, again, you should always wait around 1 to 2 weeks, okay, before you pull a character. If you care for meta, okay? Why? Because usually people will tell you, oh, this is the best set, these are the best teams, this is what you should do. But the thing is, we do not know everything about this character yet. She just came out. I would give her 1 to 2 weeks until people find out, new teams, new sets, new icons that you can use. I would wait. This is an early kind of look over, okay? I'll give you an example. Robin. At the time, people said, oh, she's only good for follow-up attack. 2 weeks later, they're saying that she's the best supporting the game because you can use her in any team. So keep that in mind. Okay? People will, even me, I have an understanding of how the kit works, but I will tell you right now, I do not know everything about this character because she's way too new. We need a little bit of time to test, play the game, see what happens, okay? Some people might say the character is amazing or horrible. Exactly. People are really one-dimensional, which makes sense. You don't know how the character works. You take it at face value. It's really complicated to judge a character without, playing it for a long time, okay? But I'll do my best to, give you a rundown of what's happening. I swapped all my solo rugs to my she's actually okay. You can actually run both on, the same team. If you're going mono quantum, you have a really good team on your hands. I haven't tested it yet. I did not have the time. I usually do off stream before I talk about characters. I have an understanding of how she works. I know how she works, what she does. I did not have the time to test Linksha out. Okay, I just didn't. I was busy. So we'll kind of go over it on, right here. I'm gonna go through all of this right now because I didn't have the time to do it before, and we'll kind of make do what we have. Okay. But when it comes to builds, when it comes to light cones, I did study that up. I did look at some options you can do. So the more important, part of analyzing a new character, I have it all down. We'll go over all that. Okay, so Linksha, break effect healer. Okay, she's pretty much the 5-star version of a Gallagher. If you have Gallagher, you know what he does. Even if you just have an idea. She's pretty much the 5-star version, okay? Heals, increases break effect, does some other buffs. That's pretty much like the generalization of the character, okay? Is she worth pulling? Well, I would say, if you like the character, sure. If you're going for meta and you're like, okay, I want to make my break effect teams better, is she worth pulling? If you have Gallagher built and you're trying to pull for someone else, I would skip. Right now, as things stand, again, take this with a grain of salt because we don't know fully about the character yet. She's way too recent. I would say she's on par, if not slightly weaker than Gallagher. Okay, slightly. I mean like a 1%, maybe a 2% difference. Okay, they're pretty much equals. Even though I know it's weird because she's a 5-star, he's a 4-star. You know, how can they be equals? But that's just how it is. Okay, in terms of numbers, in terms of everything, in kit, break effect, heals, they're pretty much, in terms of numbers, they're pretty much the same character. Okay, what changes is how they play and how comfy they are. Okay, Gallagher is not a comfy healer to use, especially for casual players. It's not. If you don't have speed on Gallagher, it takes a lot of time to, get his turn so he can heal. He can only heal one character at a time. His ultimate can actually heal the whole team, but it takes a while to charge, and then you have to do the ultimate. So it does take a while to heal, and you can get one shot really quick if you're not careful. Okay. This is for casual players. So that's the advantage of Linksha. Linksha pretty much heals on everything. Auto attacks, skill, ultimate. She pretty much heals on everything. Even her little pet, whenever he goes, I'm pretty sure he heals as well. So she's a really comfy healer if you're not okay with Gallagher, okay? But in terms of value, numbers-wise, it's not that important. Okay? It's not that... She's not that insane when it comes to numbers, okay? Again, if you're trying to... I'm talking about break effect teams. As a normal healer, if you're pulling her just because you need a healer, don't. Okay? I'm not saying she's bad on other teams. I'm saying there's better healers that can do more for your team than Linksha. Okay? Let's say you have an Akron team, but you need a healer, and you thought, okay, maybe Linksha is a good option because she's a new healer. Maybe I'll get her. You can. She'll work. It's a healer. She doesn't need to be OP to work. The thing is, most of her buffs are connected to break effect, which means you're gonna waste, I would say, 60% of her kit. Okay? So keep that in mind. She's not bad on other teams that don't have break effect or super break, but she is also not the best. Okay? Someone like Huohuo, which gives you attack. Someone like Aventurine, which gives you a shield and crit damage. Someone like, let's say, I don't know, even old characters like Fu Xuan, pretty much even Luocha, which is a really bad healer now. Even someone like Luocha can be better than Linksha, okay? She's good, she's not the best when it comes to the sole job of leveling, of healing, sorry. Okay, so keep that in mind. I would only pull if you have a break effect team you want to use. Okay, if you don't care about that kind of gameplay, forget this character even exists. For now, again, things can change. As we find out more about the character, things could change. Okay. Luocha is a good example for a unit who people thought was amazing, but turned out not to be the best. Luocha was really good whenever he came out, right? But that's because the meta was something else. The game was slower. The damage for enemies and the health for enemies and your damage, the game was pretty much slow mode, right? So Luocha, if the game is in slow mode, Luocha is actually not a bad healer. Okay, the thing is, obviously the meta changed. The game now is like super fast. Units do a lot of damage, they take a lot of damage. You one-shot people, they one-shot you. Buffs stack up really fast. So it's like Luocha cannot keep up in terms of healing as much as he could before. Because now you value team-wide healing instead of single target healing, okay? Back in the day, you would have Luocha, you would have your ADC, your hyper carry. The enemies would all focus down one character, and then you could just overheal over and over and over again. You would be fine. And then you had a little bit of team healing because Luocha has a little bit of team healing, not a lot, but you did have something. Now it's not enough. So that's where the difference is. That's why units come and go. Luocha is an example. There will be more units though, we'll probably get power crept like that because the meta will change. It is what it is, right? So let's talk abilities. Ultimate. Okay. Break effect increase. Deals fire damage, obviously, scaling on attack. And restores HP. Okay? At the same time, the little pet, which is called Fuans, advances by 100%, takes an action. Okay, it's like same thing as Gallagher. You ult as Gallagher, you get an 100% action advance on Gallagher, so you can auto attack and heal your team. Same concept, okay? Increases break effect, just like Gallagher, same thing. Deals fire damage, just like Gallagher, same thing. The only difference is your pet. Gallagher doesn't have a pet, she does, okay? That's pretty much the only difference, you know, as simplistic as I can put it, that's the only difference, okay? Talent. At the start of combat, she'll summon her pet. Initial speed of 90, that's why I said Numby had 90 speed. I was actually thinking about, this pet, not Numby. But yeah, keep in mind, speed from pets cannot be affected by buffs, relics, light cones, skills, anything. Nothing affects speed for summons, okay? There's no way to change it, it will always be 90. Usually what happens is you have some way of skipping actions. Like we just saw. The ultimate for Linksha gives it at 100% action advance, which means they take action next, okay? Right after the ultimate. So, you skill, you do a follow-up attack, deal fire damage, and apply fire, and dispels one buff from allies, okay? So her skill is pretty much an all-in-one. Does damage, heals allies, and it is counted as a follow-up attack, right? It's pretty much an all-in-one. The more attack you have, the better your heals are going to be, so you probably... It's kind of like a Luocha. You want to stack attack, okay? Pretty much it. And of course, every time you use your skill, your pet advances a little bit. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it says right here, action count by 3. So he advances 3 steps every single time you use your skill. Okay? Your talent, sorry. When it comes to your skill, it's basic, deals damage, okay? And it gives action advance to the pet. Okay? Simple. Restores a little bit of HP based on attack. Again, as you can see, every single ability that she has restores HP, and usually, advances her pet's action by usually 3 counts, which means 3, individual turns. Okay. Is this good? Well, clearly it is, because it's a bit too much, I would say, because let's say you skill, so you restore HP once. Her talent triggers, you restore HP twice, and then the pet goes because you get it to go up by 3, so that means she goes again. You heal 3 times in one go. She's probably gonna overheal a lot, but again, that just means you're gonna get comfy. You're gonna be really comfy using this healer. You shouldn't have a problem dying. HP's restored isn't a lot though. Think of this as playing, for example, Doctor Ratio. Right, for example, Doctor Ratio. Let's say your damage is not great, right? But after he ults, he attacks a lot. That's the point, right? She does not heal a lot by herself, but the thing is, again, you skill, you heal. Let's say you heal 10 HP. Let's say you want to heal, 50 HP. You heal 10 with the skill. Talent triggers, you heal another 10 to 20. Your pet goes, you heal again. You ult, you heal again. Your pet goes again, you heal again. You know what I'm saying? It's like this character is a stacking character. You can control the flow of heals. Don't take the one if you tried the trial that they give you. Do not believe what you see in the trial. The trial does not reflect the character ever. Do not believe that the trial. The trial is only there so you can see how the character works. Do not take the flow of combat of the trial as a representative of how she works. Okay? Think of this as like a Doctor Ratio. Doctor Ratio is like really slow. As soon as you ult, he follow-up attacks into a follow-up attack, into a follow-up attack, into a follow-up attack. Okay? That's usually how she's gonna work as well. Okay? That's the idea. So keep that in mind. Obviously, 3 big traces, you always go for the big ones. Doesn't really matter, which one is better. You go for all three of them. They're all important. Okay. Let's talk Eidolons. Are Eidolons important? Well, that depends. I have a little bit of philosophy when it comes to gacha games. If you can clear content, then you don't need anything else. You don't need to overkill. So let's say you're playing her with Firefly, Harmony MC, and some other support, right? Let's say you have a follow-up Break Effect team, you have everything ready, you're playing the game. Let's say your Firefly does, I don't know, 500k damage, and you can clear everything. Let's say you one-shot the enemy, right, with 500k damage. Is her E1 good? Yes, it's actually insane, right? Weakness Break Effect increases by 50%, and you reduce their defense by 20%. Everything that reduces defense is insane and OP. Everything. But if you can already kill the enemy, why does it matter, right? Who cares about overkilling the enemy if he's already dead? So that's what I mean. If you can already clear everything, then it doesn't matter. You're just gonna clear it faster. Right? You're gonna overkill the enemy over and over and over again. Okay? If you're having trouble and you think there's nothing else you can improve when it comes to your relics, your traces, your level, your light count, if you think there's nothing else you can do, then I would say you can get her Eidolon. Okay? This one is really good. This one is really good as well. They both do the same thing. Okay? Again, overkilling. Break effect efficiency, break effect by 40% for 3 turns every time she ults. It's overkill. You don't need all of this. Okay? If you're doing the minimum to get your characters built, this is overkill. Okay? You're gonna overkill the enemy. This doesn't matter. It's ultimate. E4, again, overkill. Restores HP equal to 40%. Okay? Every time your pet takes action, you restore more HP. Okay? So on top of your pet already giving you HP, you get even more HP. Again, overhealing. There's no reason to. And the last one is usually pretty good. This one is good as well. Gives you 20% res to all types. Okay? You deal more damage. Toughness bar goes down quicker, and you get toughness reduction by 5 to a single enemy. Pretty much what you want is E1, E2, and E6. Okay, these are the big ones right here. E4 is okay for HP, but again, you're gonna overheal a lot probably anyway. So it's like these 3 are the ones. Okay. Now, light cone. Let's talk about light cone. There we go. Again, overkill. Increases the wearer's break effect by 60%. After the wearer uses ultimate to attack an enemy, inflicts targets with Ho Free, which is a debuff, lasting for 2 turns. While in Woe Free, enemy takes 10% increased damage. The effect increases damage taken is additionally boosted by 8% if the wearer break effect is 150% or higher, which 90% of the time it'll always be, unless it's really badly built at the character, but it should always be the case. Again, a lot of break effect, damage taken increased by 10% overall, which is really good. It's not affected by conditioning, it's straight up just a 10% increase, which is actually really good. I would say, that, again, my opinion, it's a really good light cone, but I never ever pull for light cones for healers. Never. It's a waste of time. The chance of, this healer getting power crept in like 2 patches or 3 patches is high. So there's really no point. Unless you like the character a lot and you like the playstyle of break effect a lot, I would say there's no point for you to pull a light cone like this. Okay? Save it for the DPS. DPS light cones are way more important because it gives the unit longevity. You can use it for longer. Someone like a sub DPS like Topaz is important as well. All of that I think takes priority over Linksha. Okay? But again, if you like the character, it's an inside light cone, it's really good. I just don't know how far you can play you know, after, you know, before she gets power crept and everyone moves on. Okay, let's talk about relics. What relics can you run? You know, what's effective? What can you do? Let's go through all of that. So, I'm gonna go use Huehue as an example because I don't have Linksha here, so I'll use her as a scroll basically, so I can scroll through relics. Best set, generally for casual players, I would say. Well, where is it? If I even have it, I might not have any copies of it. I'm sure I do. Do I not have any copies? I might not have any copies of it. I actually don't have any copies because I don't use it. Wait, I think I... Oh, I do, never mind. Oh, it's right here. Wandering Cloud. The healing set. The very first one that came out in the game. For peace. Okay? If you're having trouble with skill points for, you know, Linksha teams, which you usually will have, because let's say you're running Firefly, you're running, you know, Harmony MC, you're running Linksha, like, skill points can be a problem if you have no idea how to manage them. They can be a problem, which is okay, it happens. So this one will give you an extra skill point, you know, you'll start with an extra one, you get more healing, all of that. It's a good set for casual players, okay? This is what you usually go for if you're just trying to clear the story. If you just, you can clear Mock with just a 4-piece of these. Again, it doesn't matter as long as you know, are only trying to clear Mock and other game modes inside the 20 cycle time limit. If you want to go beyond that, then you're gonna have to do something else. You can also use 2-piece Hacker Space, which gives you speed, increases your speed. You can go 2-piece, which means 2-piece of this set. The second set is a flex. What does that mean? Well, it means you can either run, for example, this for more healing. You can run, let's say, let's see if I have it. You can run Shooting Meteor for break effect. It's a flex slot. You can use whatever you need to make your character play better. Okay? So it doesn't really matter. 2-piece Hacker Space, 2-piece Flex, you can do whatever you want. Okay? We'll see what happens though. Again, everything I'm saying here could change in about 1 to 2 weeks. Maybe a month, max. So keep that in mind. But again, you cannot go wrong, you know, healing set goes on the healing character, or you can go break effect. The other set you can go, I just mentioned it, is Shooting Meteor. You can go 4-piece Shooting Meteor, which is the basic break effect set. If you think you have enough healing, if you think you don't need anything else, if you're confident on your skill point management, you can use this 4-piece, okay? It basically makes it so Linksha can have a 2 or even a 1 action ultimate in multi-target. So let's say, for example, Pure Fiction, right? If you have this set in Pure Fiction, you should be able to get a 1 to 2 turn ultimate every single time. Because you get some extra energy every time you weakness break people. So the more people you weakness break, the more energy you get. You know, it snowballs, and you can see where this goes, right? You can ult pretty fast. So if you're confident, or if you're going against multiple enemies, this can be really good. But again, I would not recommend this over the healing set for casual play, okay? If you're a whale, this is only for whales. It's a special kind of term. If you're a whale and you're trying to zero cycle Mock, you're trying to do, you know, push yourself, Twilight Line is your thing. I know what you're gonna say, you know, people are gonna say, but the 2-piece only gives you wind damage, right? She's not wind. That doesn't matter, okay? You're only looking for the 4-piece. That's the only thing you want, right? You're sacrificing your 2-piece for action advance every time you use your ultimate. Again, this is only for people that are trying to zero cycle Mock, okay? If you're trying to make it so you can clear Memory of Chaos in 0 cycles, in 0 turns, this is what you go for. Besides that, it's useless, it doesn't work, don't go this, okay? That's all there is. And of course, you also have, you know, the recent set. Do I have a 5-star example? I should have. There we go. You can also go Cavalry against the Scourge for break effect, okay? It's like, you gotta, this is what makes you get the most out of Super Break, okay? She's gonna do, if you want to make basically a damage dealer Linksha, okay? If you want to go for a damage dealer Linksha, this is your set, okay? To make the most out of her break effect damage, this is it. Again, usually I would recommend this for more experienced players. If you know what you're doing, go ahead. If you're just, you know, a normal player or a casual player or a new player, don't even look twice at this set, okay? Let's talk about ornaments. Fleet of the Ageless, best one you can have, okay? This is what you go for 100% of the time for casual play. Again, all of these that I'm recommending, they're still, they still have to be tested. You know, there's still like weeks and weeks of tests that we must do in order to know 100%, but like most likely these are the best ones so far, okay? Keep that in mind. Again, I don't want anyone to, you know, think this is it. It could change. So far, best one, Fleet of the Ageless, which is the basic healer ornament. Max HP, speed gives attack if you get a certain speed threshold. Basic. The other one you can go, which I do not recommend for efficiency reasons, is, let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me see, where is it? Is this the one? No, it's still Ron. It's the other one. Is this the one? Nope, that's not the one. Do I not have it? I should have a couple pieces of them. Oh, there it is. You can go Lushaka, the Sunken Seas. Okay, this is another option you have. It's stronger than Fleet of the Ageless. Okay. If you're doing a hyper carry scenario, if you're focusing every single buff on one character, which usually you are, then you know this is better. The thing is, again, it's really inefficient to farm. Okay, there's not. I'm pretty sure Linksha is the first character that actually uses this. So you're farming, you're wasting all of that stamina for one character, for a healer, you know. So it's really, really niche, and you know, again, be careful whenever you farm for this. Okay. Yo, Evil Devil, thank you for the raid. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, really inefficient to farm, but it's still a really good piece, and it works pretty well on Linksha. Okay. What else can you use? Well, you have a couple more options. Linksha can use pretty much almost every ornament, supporting ornament in the game. It's just a question of, you know, how efficient it is to farm, you know, what you have on hand, which ones have the best substats, you know, all of that comes into play, right? I would say, what other options do you have? Let me see if I have an option to share real quick. Do I not have it? I might not have it because I don't think I farm it. Is this the one? This is the one. This is another option you have if you're trying to, you know, make the most out of your first couple of turns. This is something you can use and can be good, okay? But again, inefficient to farm. I wouldn't recommend this if you're a casual player. I think, you know, this set only applies better for, you know, people that are trying to min-max, you know, maybe go for an early clear, you know, in mock, maybe a 1 cycle, a 0 cycle, whatever. If you're a casual player, if you're comfortable clearing inside 20 turns, then it doesn't really matter, okay? Another one you can go, which is just equally as viable as Fleet of the Ageless, is Broken Keel. Broken Keel is the go-to usual support thing as well, because, you know, it just gives you a fat res, it's buffing your allies, crit damage, all of that, you know, all of that stuff. So it can be good, you know, but if you're not running break effect characters, for example, let's say I'm running Firefly. Firefly benefits a lot out of attack, right? She doesn't really benefit from crit damage, she benefits a lot from attack. So this set doesn't really work. This set, it's only for carries that benefit from crit damage, okay? If you have, let me think, I would say someone like, for example, let me think. Probably the closest option you can have right now is Butt Hill. You know, that uses break effect. The closest option is Butt Hill. Even though he values attack more, he still can make use of crit damage. So he would be the closest option. But again, Broken Keel is only good for characters that don't care about attack and they care about crit damage instead, okay? Usually not a thing you're gonna use, but it's there, you can use it if you want. Another option you have is this one, Forge of the Kalpagni, okay? Not a lot of uses for this set, it's still a thing. It's a strong option for her. Again, it's worth considering only if you're lacking speed or if you're going a high speed build. So if you're trying to make everyone on your team go fast, this is it. Again, not good for casual players in my opinion, better for, you know, long-term players that are trying to super clear Mach, okay? Trying to min-max Mach, basically. And last but not least, the most obvious option, but like not the best. Is this the one? No, that's not the one. This is the one, I think. Kingdom of Banditry is a no-brainer because it gives you break effect. If you reach 145 speed, which you should, usually you should be able to reach 145, you get more break effect by an extra 20%. So this one is basically an alternative to the Forge of Kalpagni, the one we just looked at. Yeah, this one is basically a substitute for this one right here. It's just another option, okay? It gives slightly less break effect, and it gives no speed, but it doesn't require fire, you know, enemies to be fire weak in order to activate. You know, because this one, the target has to have fire weakness in order for you to have 40% break effect, okay? It does have a requirement. If let's say you're facing enemies with no fire weakness, then Kingdom of Banditry is your go-to, okay? Now, when it comes to main stats, on the body you want outgoing healing, planar sphere, attack, feet, speed. Link, rope can be kind of tricky. You can go for energy regen, rate, or break effect. It doesn't matter. It really depends on how much break effect you already have, okay? It really depends. You want to try and get to 150% minimum when it comes to break effect. If you can get there without the rope, then if you want, you can go for the energy regen rate, okay? Substats. You want speed until you get to the break point you need, break effect after, and then attack percent, okay? That's pretty much how you build her, you know, in a general way. Again, if you're a casual player, speed does not play as much of a role as if you're, you know, trying to min-max Mach, okay? When it comes to stats, minimum attack, I would say between 2,000 and 2,500. I would say that's the range of attack you're looking for on Linksha, okay? That's pretty much it. 2,000 would be the absolute minimum, okay? I'm pretty sure, like, below that, it's just not that good. You need 2,000 at least. Break effect, 100 to 150 plus, you know, incomes in terms of minimum. I would say 100% is the minimum. Like, the bottom of the barrel is 100%. But if you ask me, the minimum you should aim for is 150%. Okay? It can be in combat. It doesn't need to be 150% out of combat. Let's say you have 120%, but then you have you know, you have the buffs from the ornaments, from the relics in combat. If you hit 150%, that's good enough. It's fine. You don't need to worry about it anymore, okay? Obviously, the more break effect you have, the better. Speed. I would say if you care about speed, 151% is the bare minimum, okay? Which is, it does sound a lot, you know, 151 is a lot of speed. You know, people can get kind of scared to be like, okay, so what do I do? You know, it's a lot of speed. Well, not really, right? I'm pretty sure her substats give you a lot of speed, if I'm not wrong. Let me check. I'm pretty sure her traces have a lot of speed on them. Do they not? Oh, they actually don't. I thought they actually had speed on them. Do they actually not? They don't. Even though it shouldn't be much of a problem, because you're generally running her with Ruan Mei. Ruan Mei gives you 20 speed to every single character inside combat, okay? So every time you enter combat, you're gonna have plus 20. So realistically, you only need 141 speed to, you know, hit the minimum cap, okay? Recommended though, even though 151 is the minimum, I would say 160 plus, you know, if you want to obviously go more than twice in one cycle. So keep that in mind. Skill priorities. I would say ultimate first, talent, skill, and then basic attack. By that order, from best to worst. And obviously, you want to get both of the major traces. The best one being Sylvan Smoke. Okay, this one is like energy is always king most of the times. Ember's Echo, which is this one, is the second best, and then Vermilion Waft is the third one that you want to go for. Okay. Last but not least, light cones. Stock light cones. Okay. What options do you have besides her main light cone, which is insane? It's a really good light cone. What options do you have? Well, the second best light cone you probably have for her, I would say, is Night of Fright, which is the light cone for Ho-Ho. It's the signature light cone for Ho-Ho. Okay, so if you pulled for the character, if you have the light cone, it's a really good light cone. You can use it on her. You can use it on Linksha as well. It's really good. But usually, if you have Ho-Ho and you have a light cone, you're not gonna need Linksha. Again, if you have more than two healers, I would say is the max you need on your account, right? And when I say two healers, I mean shielders are included. So let's say you have, like me, I have Ho-Ho and I have Aventurine. That's enough. You don't need, for now, you don't need anything else to clear content, because usually you only need two teams, right? That's the max thing you need is two teams. So until they introduce a third one, there's really no point. We're just talking numbers for the sake of, you know, being able to clear stuff faster. Okay, Linksha is not going to offer you anything else that Ho-Ho cannot offer besides clearing stuff faster, right? She gives break effect, which means you're going to do more damage, you're going to clear stuff faster. But like the healing is the same, the buffs work the same way. Like you're not going to lose anything by not having the character. You know what I mean? Again, especially because you have the 4-star version, Gallagher. Pretty much everyone has it. If you don't have him, then you can consider Linksha as well. Okay. Another Lycon you can use that is actually pretty good, I would say, is, let me see if I have it, Quid Pro Quo. Okay, S5. I'm talking about S5 on every time I mention a 4-star, it's always under the pretense that it's S5. Okay. So Quid Pro Quo is the third best option. If you have nothing else, if you don't have 5-star options, this is it. Okay, this is what you go for if you don't have Ho-Ho or a signature Lycon for Linksha. Okay, let's say you don't have Quid Pro Quo. Maybe you don't have it. Maybe you're new to the game. Maybe you're just starting out. What else can you use? Well, if you're really down bad, you can use Multiplication. Okay, Multiplication is the freest of free Lycons you can ever get, because I'm pretty sure everyone has this. You will eventually get it. It's a 3-star, so this is the lowest of the low when it comes to how free it is, right? You will have this R5 eventually. It's a matter of time. You just have to play the game. What else can you use? Again, I'm going from best options to worst. And believe me, there are worse options than Multiplication, because Multiplication offers you a advanced forward, and Linksha auto attacks a lot, right? You're not going to skill every single turn. You want to generate some skill points as well. So you're going to be basic attacking a lot, which means your the action forward is going to happen a lot of times. So it's actually better value than it looks. So I'm going from best to worst, okay? So next we actually have, if you're, we talked about him like not even 3 minutes ago. If you pulled for Luocha back in the day, and you have his Lycon is also a good option. Okay, it's also something you can use. Again, there are better options. Quid Pro Quo is still better than Echoes of the Coffin, and Multiplication is still better than Echoes of the Coffin. Okay, so keep that in mind. Another 4-star you can use, which is not as good, but it's still usable, is Post-Op Conversation. Okay, great Lycon on her, works as well. If you have it, you can go ahead and use it. You get more healing, you get regeneration rate, which is everything that she needs for comfy and casual play. Okay, there's nothing better. You can, you know, you're gonna heal a lot, you're gonna, you know, have a lot of ultimates, so you'll always be comfy and you shouldn't be worried about dying. Okay, that's pretty much the focus. Okay, what else can you do? Well, there's one more Lycone that actually works pretty well. I'm not sure if I have them. I do. Which is this one. What is real? Which I'm pretty sure this one is... Is this one not? I'm pretty sure this one is from the store. You can buy it from the end game store. You know, with the fragments that you use by clearing Pure Fiction, and by clearing Mock, you get these fragments. You can use them to buy this Lycone. It works just as well. Okay, it's a good option. You're only time locked. It's not like you have to spend any money. You're only time locked, because even if you can only clear, let's say, you can only clear the first 5 floors of, you know, Mock, or you can only clear the first 2 levels of a Shadow, Apocalyptic Shadow. You know, doesn't matter. Eventually, you will have enough for the Lycone. Okay? Now, keep this in mind. Like I said at the start, before we started analyzing all this, if you have Gallagher, I'm gonna be honest, you do not need Linksha. Okay? Gallagher works just as well. Okay? Gallagher is usually, you know, the go-to because he's easier to get. You know, I'm pretty sure they gave Gallagher away for free in a past event. So if you've been playing for a while, you should have him for free. So, you know, even if you're new to the game, the chances of you getting Gallagher are greater than you getting Linksha. So keep that in mind. But they're pretty much the same when it comes to performance. I would say if you have Gallagher as E6th, if you have him E6th, in terms of, you know, overall damage, SP, how SP positive he is, toughness damage, all of that, he is better than a Linksha that's sitting at a E0. So E6 Gallagher, you know, again, this is on paper in terms of calculations, okay, is better than an E0 Linksha. Okay? But in every single aspect, that's not... sorry, actually, my mistake. I meant he's a little bit worse than Linksha E0. Sorry, I said best, but I meant worst. He's a little bit worse than E0 Linksha. That's what I meant. If he's at E6, okay? I'm only talking about Gallagher E6. I'm not talking anything else. Gallagher is slightly, I would say like 2% worse than Linksha E0, okay? So it's really not that much of a difference. The only advantage that Gallagher has over Linksha when it comes to like unbeatable advantage is SP, okay? So Gallagher can get up to 15 to 20 SP positivity over Linksha. I'm pretty sure Linksha is like 5 to 7, something like that. When it comes to overall turns and how many skill points you can generate, Gallagher can go all the way from 15 to 20 extra skill points, and Linksha can only go from like 5 to 7 or 8. It's something like that between those boundaries, okay? So keep that in mind. So I would say if you're going for Linksha E1, then go for it. Okay, Lycone, all of that. If you're free to play and you're thinking about pulling Linksha E0 with no Lycone, and you have a E6 Gallagher, in my opinion, you should not bother because this guy is better. It's pretty much the same. Not better, but pretty much the same. Okay, that is pretty much it. When it comes to teams, obviously Break Effect. You're talking about, you know, Firefly, Boot Hill. You can even do Face Xiao or Dr. Ratio if you want to, you know, build them specifically for Break Effect. Harmony MC is important, and Ruan Mei. Okay, that is pretty much it. Obviously, there are more options for DPS. You can go March, you can go Topaz. Again, all of these characters require you to build them for Break Effect. You cannot just, you know, build them normally and then expect them to work. You have to build them for Break Effect. You have to specifically go out of your way and build them for, you know, this specific unit. Okay? Robin is a really good support. Dr. Ratio, Moza, Ting Yun, all of those work. Okay? That's pretty much it for the character. Any questions? I know it took a while. I'm sorry for the yapping, but that's pretty much it. Would you be willing to do the trial for her on stream just to see what you think of how she plays within the limits of the trial? Sure, we can do the trial. Why not? I usually don't like, again, I'm gonna say this again. I usually don't like doing trials because I don't think they reflect the character. I really don't. I think it's really good for, you know, new players, so you can have a feel for the character, see what she does, you know, see the animation, see if you like her style, you know, her design, and then you decide if you want to pull. But if you are if you're trying to judge numbers, not good. Never good. Okay, but we'll do it. Why not? Alright. Let me see what they gave her. Can I check the build? Okay, that's good. Okay. Oh, they went for the Iron Cavalry. Okay. Okay, sure. Again, if you want to maximize damage and break effect, this is what you go for. The 4-piece cavalry, okay? If you want to try to maximize damage. I'm guessing they make her break pretty easily. I'm guessing they made her so she breaks the enemy pretty well, I'm guessing. Alright, let's go. In terms of moves and whatnot, okay, we'll go over it, sure. Let's see what they give us. So we have Himiko. Let me go over. We have Himiko, Pela, and obviously Harmony MC, which is pretty much a given. I would say this team is not bad. I'll take out Pela and put in Ruanmei. Okay? To me, Ruanmei is needed in a break effect team. You will feel the difference like it's night and day. Okay? Let's say you do 100 damage with break effect without Ruanmei. With Ruanmei, you will do, I'll say, 200 to 300 damage. So it more than doubles your damage, in my opinion. Okay, that's what I feel like. Even every single testing, obviously, it shows that Ruanmei is way better. Obviously, they're not gonna give you Ruanmei here because she's a limited 5-star, so they're not gonna let you use her. Makes sense. Okay. Alright. Wait, what else do they have? Can I check builds for... Let me go back real quick. Let me retreat. Let me see if I can check builds for... Sure. Okay. Fire set. Salsotto. Okay. Pog. That's a good icon. This is okay. Sure. What about Harmony? Memories of the past, insane, good. That's okay. Not what I would go for at all. It's viable, but that's not what I would go for. 149. Cause like you don't even hit the cap. You like it should be 151. It's not even worth using the bonus if you're not gonna get 151. But that's okay. Okay, besides the Lycon for Himiko, I think they should have given her 5-star. Besides that, I think they're fine. They're finely built. Harmony MC is not how I would do her, but it should work well enough, I think. How much break effect does she have? Okay, never mind, I take back what I said. Okay, 87, what else do we have? 41% effect hit rate, 45%. Oh no, man. 45. That's good. 232. That's good. Nice. That's a good number. You should expect to have more than this, to be honest. You should get more than this, even without the Lycon. You should be able to hit it. I'm pretty sure. Not bad. Besides the Harmony MC not having any break effect, we should be okay. Again, I'm pretty sure they did it on purpose, just so, they want to showcase this character. They're kind of just like filling for the other ones. Let me do this real quick, just so you can see most of the UI. Let me like kind of move down here real quick. Okay. Alright, skill.
You won't get away.
Oof, I don't know, man. That's there it is. That's a heal. We can also ult here. Let me see how much damage MC does. What do we get? 16k, man. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage, man. Oh no.
Ready for another? You won't get away.
Okay, how much damage? 49k. Let's see the ultimate.
Perhaps you still don't. Humanity never conceals its
Okay.
desire to control
100k.
others, and I'm no exception.
I don't know about this, man. I really don't. She looks really cool. She does, but like, the numbers are just not there. But you know, as a character, she looks really fucking cool to use. She does. Like, her animations are on point. I think she looks really fucking good. Alright, let's go again.
May the foul stench dissipate
We
quickly.
can scale one more time.
Your body and mine.
We can alt
The truth burns everything
just
in
to
this
apply
world.
buffs.
It's bleeding. You won't
You see how much overhealing we're doing? Even in this
get away.
74k, that's not bad.
We have the upper hand.
That's pretty much as much as you should expect without Ruan Mei. I would say if you had Ruan Mei there, that 74k would have turned into 150k, I would say. 140 to 150k. Max, I would say.
Enemy data net markers activated. Time
But obviously I would have to test it out. I'm just throwing out numbers. Okay. Not bad. Again, it's really hard to judge a character by doing the trial. But I do love the animations. I wish I could pull for this character, but it's just not a priority for me. I just don't care, you know? But I'll totally pull, because I think her animations look fucking insane. I really do. But it's not bad. Like, she does some good ass damage. And I think you can take it to the next level by doing the correct build and, you know, having the correct team. You can absolutely make her so she's actually, you know, doing some consistent damage. Again, like I said, you know, the healing, you are gonna overheal. You are, okay? Even in the trial, even though the Linksha in trial, like, she went pretty fast. And to be honest, it's still slower than the average Linksha should go. So, in mock and, you know, your actual character, besides the trial, she should go way more, which means you're gonna overheal a lot. Okay? So even if she doesn't heal, you know, 100,000 HP each second, like, I don't know, Luocho overheals, or Huohuo overheals a lot as well. Like, even though she's not on that stage yet, keep in mind, she's on, you know, she's overhealing on a DPS set with no good characters to back her up. Keep that in mind, you know? Besides main MC, and Himiko was okay, but like playing with Apela, all of those together, it's not the best comp. So keep that in mind, okay? You're not gonna, if you want a comfy healer, you're not gonna have trouble with Linksha. I can promise you that. Okay? I guess when you play the characters, no, it's fine. I was gonna do it anyway. I usually just do them off stream because, like, you know, it takes like 5 seconds to do it. But I don't mind doing it on stream, you know? I really don't. Especially for new characters. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Linksha. Do we have any questions, chat? Any questions? Anything you need to know? Or was the explanation good enough? Let me do something real quick. And then we can move on. All good? Alright, I'm glad. They should give you some insight on whether, you know, you want to pull or maybe you want to save for the next character. It really depends, right? That's why I'm here, basically. Just to save you your limited pulls. Okay? Because I do know how precious those are. Okay, moving on. Haruka, do you want to do your review now? You want to do it now? Because we're pretty much wrapped up. If you want to do it, we can do it now. You can send me your details and we can do it. Let me just do something real quick. I'm in the middle of Simulated Universe? That's okay. Okay, so, sad. Is there actually no new events? Sad there's no new events. Alright, let me do my dailies real quick while I'm here. we might as well. While we wait on Aruka, I'll do my my dailies. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Keep in mind, the next character that's coming out is Rappa, and she's so far, she looks like she's gonna be a break effect fire unit. Okay, so keep in mind that, you know, best builds, best team comps, they may change as soon as that character comes out. Because from what I looked at, she looks really strong. But we'll see what happens. Okay. Obviously, whenever Rappa comes out, I'll do the same thing I did with Linksha and Topaz. We'll go all over it. And on the next patch, whenever Akron gets a rerun as well, we'll go through all of this again. And, you know, I'll do my best to help you guys make, you know, the best choices.
Ill fate descends. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Yeah, let me just farm this real quick. Maybe I can get a good piece, actually. That would be kind of nice. The best way to, you know, end the day overall would be to get a good fucking piece for my face show. We'll see. Maybe this is the day. After weeks of farming, maybe this is the day. I need a good chest piece, and I need a good, I need boots.
Ill fate descends.
Can you find the answer?
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Please, one piece. Fuck. Never mind. I'll go healing boost. Sure, man. That's awesome and all, but you know, it's okay. I don't really care about the other set, to be honest. All right, go get it.
Mind your manners.
No dirty.
Ill tidings manifest. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Wait, I just noticed my game is in English. Wait, did I change it? Yes, that's me. Just toss me a message. That is me, yes.
Ill fate descends.
Feels spiffy?
Watch your head.
Come on, give me one piece. Just one. All I'm asking. I'll be happy. It will be a good day if I can get one piece. Please. I've been farming this for so long, man. I am just not getting lucky.
I weep for the departed.
Alright, here we go.
It too shall fall.
Do I get it? Not even one. Okay, then. Well, you know what I mean about efficiency? You see how much stamina I'm wasting and I'm not getting anything I want? This is what I mean. You always want to farm if you have multiple characters that need a set, instead of going for one set. Even, you know, I'm just doing this because I have nothing else to farm that I care about, obviously. I could always go for like 4 stars that I have that are not leveled. The thing is, I'm probably never going to use them, so there's no point, right?
I weep for the departed.
Nice ultimate, man. They're both 1 HP, but the AI thought ulting was the best option.
Ill tidings manifest.
Feels spiffy? Can you find the answer?
Destined for oblivion.
Retribution will find. Ill fate descends.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Okay, please give me a piece. Please, one. Just one. I'm losing hope. I'm losing hope. We'll go one more. Let me know whenever you're ready, Haruka, please. do let me know.
Ill tidings manifest. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Still waters uplift. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Why are you ulting? The guy was dead. Please. Oh no, this is gonna take 5 years now.
You're spiffy? Can you find the answer?
Destined for oblivion.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head. It's on me.
Ill fate is dead.
Alright, this is it. I'm gonna get the piece I need right here, 100%. I just need boots or a chest piece, please. Crit rate. Fuck. All right, well. Wait, ooh, that's not bad. I'll keep that. Ooh, this one's okay. Damn. Okay, last one. That's the last one. Wait, let me manual this so I can clear this faster. Because if she ults 2 wolves again, I'm actually gonna hurt someone. Come on.
Ill tidings manifest. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Another journey begins. Still waters uplift.
Alright, there we go.
I weep for the departed.
This should kill all of them. Never mind, she lived to 1 HP. Okay. Sent you a DM? Okay, I'll check it out in a minute. Let's just finish this and then we'll switch it. And get it done. Oh, I have no skill points.
Free with destiny.
There we go. Please give me... Please, just one. This game sucks. I hate this fucking game. Fuck this game. Fuck this game. I'm going back to the league, man. Fuck this game. Honestly, not a good game. God damn it. I mean, I got some good pieces for the other set, by the way. Those were some good ass pieces for the other set. But not what I needed, to be honest. Alright, let me switch real quick. Give me 1 second, chat. Hey, look on stream for things one is really bad. Yep. Yep. I'm used to it, you know? I'm used to it. It's what I get. I give it all to my followers, that's why. Increased luck for everyone else but me. I need... Wait, let me do this something real quick. I'm gonna need the verification code, Haruka. I haven't gotten it yet? Okay. It's okay. All good. I'll wait a little bit. If I need to, I'll resend the code when I can. Okay. Which server are you on? Are you on Asia or EU or America? Which one are you on? Or any other server, obviously. Which one are you on? Just so I don't start a new account. America? Okay. Alright, do me a favor. Delete the messages on Discord, please. Do that for me real quick. just log in. Alright, we're okay. Let's see what we have here. Let's fry Haruka for a little bit, or maybe not. You know, maybe this is an insane account. Who knows? Let's see. What do we have? We have a Chinchue Enjoyer. Holy based. Okay. It's off to a good start, I'm gonna be honest. Off to a good fucking start. I take back what I said. We're off to a bad start. Holy shit. Wait. Okay, we have another new player, kind of. Wait, what level is your account? Please tell me you're not above level 60. Oh, I think fuck. Okay, you're level 60. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's not bad. If you're not above level 60, that's fine. I haven't logged in since Robin. That's okay. That's. Oh no, man. Oh no. We have a Yang King Enjoyer. Okay. Sure. Okay. It's not too bad. I mean, it's horrible, but like, it could be worse, I guess. Alright, what else do we have? Let's see if we have a whale on our hands. Oh my god. We no whaling. No whaling. Already a step ahead of Violet. Look at that. Insane. Actually insane. I haven't even bought the monthly. Okay, that's good. I like that. So we have a free to play. Okay, I'll go. You know, obviously I'm gonna go easier on you because you've never spent money. You're free to play, so you have a completely different account from most people. All right, what do we have? Wait, let me see. Okay. Okay. She crits once every 3 years. Probably she calls up ahead to the enemy and asks if she can crit. And, you know, usually that's probably how it goes. She probably calls in ahead to land the crit. But besides that, not bad, you know. But besides the fact that, you know, she relies on, you know, crit rate. Better than 5%. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's, you know, 47 is bigger than 5. You are right. You are correct. She crits pretty often. Yeah, I'm sure she does. Not bad. I mean, it's not super bad. You want to aim for 65 to like 80%. You know, you're not too far away from the minimum. Okay, I would say minimum 65%. Okay, minimum crit damage I would say 130 to 140 plus. Okay, so you're not super far away, just a little bit. What are you using? Genius Repose, good. Is it R5? R4? Do you not have a 5? Okay, we're saving that for the next game. Sounds good. We're saving that for a Honkai 2. That's okay. Not bad. Wait, level 70, 70, 70, 70, 70. Do you not have it level 80? Oh, you're not there yet. It's level 60 account. I forgot. You're not there quite yet. Okay, that's not too bad then. 60. That's okay. Not too bad, to be honest. I would try and go for a full piece on Genius. Okay, if you can later, it's not a priority because you know this is good enough. It should work for now. 4-piece Quantum is the best, especially if you want to play you know Xingshui in the long run. She's only you know. To be honest, she's only practically interesting to play in mono quantum, which means every single character in your party needs to be quantum, okay? Which means Xingshui, Silver Wolf, Fushuan, you know, whatever character you have, especially, you know, Sparkle. Sparkle is a really good character. If you can, in the future, have, you can, okay? So, you know, those are the possibilities, okay? You have the other two set has crit damage and crit rate, that's fine. Again, keep in mind, early game, which you're not really on early game, but you're super far behind, so even though your account is high level, you're still technically on early game or mid game. What matters is not, substats do not matter as much, okay? They do matter, sure, to an extent, but the first thing you need to do is have your build set up correctly, okay? That's the first thing you care about. You go for main stats, you go for the main build, and then you care about substats after, okay? That's pretty much what you want to do. Substats only become important late game, whenever you're trying to clear mock, you know, all of the phases, whenever you're trying to clear apocalypse, oh my god, I cannot speak. Whenever you're trying to clear shadows, that's when it matters, and obviously pure fiction. Anything besides that doesn't really matter, but that's fine. It works. Everything's okay. Crit rate, crit damage, speed. That's cool. Crit rate, crit damage. Okay. Wait, go back. Okay. Good. Good. Wait. Do you not have anything else? Defense. Interesting. Uh-huh. Okay. So you don't have a rope. I don't think we have anything else. Do we have anything that's better? This one's not bad. Space Ceiling Station. You can also use Space Ceiling Station. Okay, keep that in mind. If you have a good rope, it could be better for you to switch to this set until you get a rope. Let me see what you have here. So let's see Space Ceiling Station. Let me see what you have. Why is Yang King on break? Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna skip. HP, 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 defense, HP, HP, HP. Okay. Okay. You don't really have anything better. Let me see your speed. 120? That's actually kind of not bad. Because he actually got thrown in the trash. Good. Just don't forget to switch your fucking profile picture, okay? It's an embarrassment. You're embarrassing me, okay? Okay. This is probably better if you run it like this for now, so you can at least get a couple buffs, so you get extra 12% attack, and you get an extra 12 because you do have 120 speed, so you get a little bit more attack for now, okay? Use this for now until you get something better, okay? You can go Rudolent Arena, which is best, it's her best set, so to speak. It's her best ornaments is the Rudolent Arena. But for now, use this because you get the full set effect. It's going to help you more. Just level this up and you should be okay. And then later, whenever you have whenever you get an attack rope, whenever you get something good for Rutland, you can obviously swap these out, okay? Like I said, early to mid game, you want to focus on set effects, main stats, and that's it, okay? When it comes to relics, substats become an afterthought, okay? Because people forget how much you can get carried by your main stats early game to mid game, okay? So you get these straight. As soon as they're okay and ready to go, you start thinking about substats. So now that you have everything kind of in order, what you should do is you get a 4 quantum piece going, okay, as fast as you can. I know that these have better substats, okay, so use this build for now. Keep farming quantum if you want to use this character. As soon as you get something equally as good as this or better, swap them out, okay, as soon as you can. What I would do is, because you have such good substats on, for example, the hat, you have good substats on the boots. They're not great, but they're okay. I would farm Rootland Arena first, so you can, you know, take these two out and switch them for Rootland. You do that first, and then you fix the 4-piece, okay? That's the major idea. Genius is fine. I would probably R5 this if I were you. If you want to keep an extra copy because you think it's going to be useful for someone else, that's fine. It really depends on how you like to play the game, okay? If it were me, I would R5 it because it's really good R5'd. You know, it's another boost you're getting, but it doesn't really matter, okay? It's not gonna change or break your character. This one you cannot get, so it's fine. Level 5, level 4, level 5, level 4, okay. E6, okay. We have a non-tracer enjoyer. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Do we have any E1s? 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 Okay. Okay. No Bailu on this account. That's actually insane. I'm blessing your next 5-star to be a Bailu, by the way. You're welcome. I'm blessing you right now. You're getting a Bailu on your next pull. Now, let's see your 4k HP. What? Yeah, you're getting a Bailu next time you pull. You're welcome. Let me, real quick, let's see how your Bailu is looking. Level 5. Okay, we have... please, stop. Let me talk. We have another character that we don't have traces for. Again, everyone, you know, a lot of people that play gachas know this. Traces are a 100% increase in your damage or your healing or whatever character you're playing, okay? It's a 100% guaranteed increase, okay? There's no gacha here, there's no rolls, there's nothing. So please, first thing you do on every character is level, like on level, and traces, okay? Those are the priorities you gotta make. Everything that gives you guaranteed stats, that's what you get, okay? So, you know, keep in mind, if you can, work on these, okay, as much as you can. Yo, Tofu, thank you for the follow, thank you, appreciate that. How you doing? So yeah, if you can, do focus on these. You think you could help me with pure fiction? Sure, I can try. I can surely try. But yeah, keep that in mind. Work on your DPS first, okay? Supports second, and last but not least, your healers, okay? So let's see what we can do. Is that 9% I asked? I can try. I'll finish up this with Haruka, and then we can get to you, okay? I sent the Queen Chinchuea like 10 minutes before this. You're trying to sneak in some points. I see. But yeah, work on these if you can. Obviously, you cannot get this one yet because you don't have the ascension required. That's fine. You have to, you know, you're basically time gated. It's okay. But if you can, level these up, okay? First, your Xingqiu goes first, then your Silver Wolf, even though, you know, she's pretty much maxed out, but, you know, these ones are still there. So work on her, Robin next, and then your healer last, okay? So, In terms of stats, let's see what we're dealing with. 4k HP, 1000 attack, defense 700, speed 100. Okay. Wait, what are you running? 4-piece healing, that's fine. That works. That's one of her best, like, that's the comfy set you use on her, that's totally fine. Fleet of the Ages, it's pretty much fine. What do you have here? Outgoing healing. HP, okay. By the way, HP, as soon as you hit the cap, which I'm gonna talk about in a second, you switch these ones out for speed. Okay? Only if you can hit the recommended amount, which is, you're not there yet, so you're fine. Don't change them. You're doing fine. I'm saying as soon as you hit the HP recommendation, which I will give you in a second, then you switch these for speed. If you can keep the HP up, okay? This one should be HP, okay. Rope, HP, okay. This one, again, as soon as you hit the cap for HP, you want to move this one into energy regen rate, okay? As soon as you can hit the cap. Right now, you're at 4,400. The recommended would be about, give or take, 5,600 to 6,500, something like that. That's like the minimum point and the maximum, you know, plus point you have. Those are the boundaries, okay? Minimum 5,500 HP or 600. That's what I recommend, okay? Defense, you're pretty much there. I would recommend between 8,000 and 1,000 plus, okay? When it comes to defense, you're pretty much there. Speed, I would say 134 to 143 is the recommended. And then if you want to hit a higher speed bump, you go 160, okay? You want to aim to have also, okay? Huahua is a little bit of a weird character because she wants actually regenerate much than pretty much every other character. She wants 119%, 120, okay, to round up the numbers, around 120%. That's why the rope exists. So the rope should take you to 120%, or a bit over, obviously, but it should take you there, okay? So for the future, is this post-op? Okay, this is post-op, absolutely fine. In the future, up your HP if you can, okay? Because the more HP you have, the more she heals, okay? So you want to increase your HP as much as possible, which you're trying to do. Everything's fine. As soon as you get to 5,600 or more, and you can keep that boundary set, change your boots to speed, change your rope to energy regen. Usually what you do is you go for an energy regen and then you try and look for HP percentage on the substats, okay? So that's usually what you do. Everything else looks fine. No Eidolons, Lycon's fine. Do you have any 5-star Lycons? Let me see. You have Welts and you have Sleep Like the Dead. Okay, okay. Overall, not bad. For what it is, I think the only thing right now that's missing is your traces. You know, for mid-game, your Ho-Ho is fine. It's only the traces that could be better. Besides that, you're doing that, like, this is excellently fine. Can this be enhanced? Please tell me. Okay, we're saving this one for the next game as well. Honkai 2 is going to be bussin', especially if you can save these up. You know? You're going to have a good time. Alright, let's see Robin. Right. Are we... Is this the best one you have? Let me check. Maybe this is the best one. Maybe I'm judging. Maybe this is the best one you have. You have no Poised to Bloom. Do you not have For Tomorrow's Journey? Do you not have that? You don't. Okay, this is the best one you have. Okay, okay. I'm gonna be honest. Actually, it's fine. Oh, you don't even have meshing cogs? What? Wait, what happened to your 3 stars Lycons, by the way? Why do you have, like, none? What happened? I'm kind of curious. What happened to your 3-star Lycons? Did you, like, feed them? Did you delete them? What happened? Do you just not have them? Probably father? Okay. Keep this in mind. Never feed your 3 stars, your 3-star Lycons, unless you have 1 copy that's R5'd. So you want to have 1 of each R5'd, and then you can start feeding the rest. Okay? Try and not feed them until you have each of every 3-star R5'd. Because they're actually more useful than you think. So, for example, right here, Memories of the Past is okay. It's really not the best. It's one of the worst Lycons for her, but she doesn't have a lot of good options. You didn't do the event, so you don't have her event Lycon, which is okay, okay? So, Memories of the Past is not super bad. The thing is, you're gonna do more personal damage, right? But you don't have as much energy regen. I would say if you had a Meshing Cogs R5'd, I would rather you use Meshing Cogs, which is a 3-star Lycon, than you using this. So you sacrifice personal damage from Robin, which doesn't really matter. She doesn't do that much damage anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And it's only on auto attacks, by the way. You know, her ultimate passive does not count for this, okay? Only her auto attacks. That's why I say it doesn't really matter. So I would tell you to run Meshing Cogs R5, but you don't have any, so keep using this. Okay. I think you'll help me with artifacts my Black Swan later. Sure, of course. We can do it after this. It's totally fine. So yeah, keep that in mind, okay? This one is fine because it's the only thing you have. But if in the future you get nothing better, I would say, you know, try and get an R5 Meshing Cogs. Run it instead. You get a lot more energy. Because the only thing that matters in Robin, besides the buff to attack, is the ultimate, right? That's the main point of Robin, is her ultimate, and everything can do for you. So imagine if you could ult every single time on cooldown. Like, that's how insane Meshing Cogs can be if you have nothing better, okay? So keep that in mind. This is not bad. Keep this for now, and in the future you can swap it out if you want. And we're saving this one as well, okay. Cool. Alright, what do we have? Wait. Let me see what I have in terms of traces. More of the same. You need to work on these. Attack as fast as you can. Please prioritize your attack traces. Okay? As for Honkai Impact, trust. Oh, I'm trusting 100%. Try and get these as fast as you can. Okay? Robin thrives on attack. She wants as much attack as you can give. Okay? So please keep that in mind. If you can, try and work on these as fast as possible. The attack substats. They are even more important than these. I'm gonna be completely honest. Attack is 1000% more important than these. Obviously work on these as well, but these are way more important if you can work on these first, okay? Besides that, everything looks fine. What else do we have? No Eidolons? Yep, no Eidolons. Let me see the overall stats. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, she's gonna do like 2 damage to the enemy team. Her buffs are gonna buff you for like, you're gonna click E to buff, and she's gonna give you like 30 attack. You know? Minimum 3,000. Right here. Minimum 3,000. If you want her to pop off, 4,500 is the best one you can get. Okay? Minimum 3,000. Defense is fine, you're pretty much there. I would say, you know, the minimum is 800 plus. This is fine. Speed doesn't really matter because every time you ult, obviously, you know, Robin doesn't really matter. She doesn't use speed, so it doesn't really matter. But, you know, if she should always be the first one to go. She needs to be the first one on your team to take an action. So if that's not happening, then you need to make her faster. 120 solves the problem. If you have 120 plus speed, the problem usually is solved. But if it's already the case in which she goes first, then it doesn't matter. Okay. Let me see regenerate. That's okay. Usually you want 119%, but doesn't really matter. You have energy regenerate. Attack. Okay. Body, what do we have? Attack, that's okay. Feet, attack, good. Okay, you're pretty much set. Not bad. It's Robin, Chintracer, Wolf, and Wowo. Okay. And do you have nothing? Let me check something real quick. Do you not have... You only have Shui. Doesn't work. Okay, you don't have another Quantum. Okay. No, I mean, it is good enough. But keep in mind... Where is it? Is this the one? This is not the one. Is this the one? Is it this? Does she not have... I might be thinking of another character. Using has attack, increase attack boost. Maybe I'm thinking about something else. I'm thinking about someone else. I thought she got a buff for more people that had Quantum on your team, but I think I'm confusing it for someone else. Yeah, I might be thinking of someone else. I have not played Qingque in a while, but I thought she got a buff for, you know, the more Quantum you had on your team, but I guess not. Anyway, looks good. Robin looks okay. Work on your traces and you'll be fine, okay? Try and increase your attack to 3,000, okay? Minimum, if you can. Alright, let's see your Silver Wolf. Wait, what? How can I say this? How often does your cube miss, is my question. You know? How often does it miss? Not gonna lie, Silver Wolf isn't built because all of Chinchue's likes were hers. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. 4-piece Quantum, that's not bad. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. 4-piece Quantum is good if you're going DPS. The effect, I don't even remember the last time I even hit. Yeah, I could tell. Because, you know, it's below 40, you know, not even 40%. I can tell. But 4-piece, it's not terrible, but like, this is good for DPS. Silver Wolf is not a DPS, she's a support. You're there to debuff the enemy, you know, implant weaknesses. That's pretty much your job as that's pretty much her job as Silver Wolf, right? I would recommend keep the 2-piece on Quantum, so 10% Quantum damage, that's fine. Take 2 of these out, use Messenger for increased speed, okay? Use that. That's pretty much what I recommend. I would rather you have 6% more speed, which is more important, so you can apply debuffs, you know, faster and more consistently. Take 2 of these out, the worst ones you have, swap them if you can, for Messenger, okay? In terms of, let me see where your ornaments are. That's okay. It's not the best one. I would say, do you have it unlocked? Let me check. You should have. Let me see if you have it unlocked. Let me check real quick. If you can, I'll tell you to farm. Let me see. Oh, you should have it. There it is. Penacony, Land of Dreams is what you're looking for. Obviously, remember, if you're trying to hit, if you're using that set specifically because you're trying to hit effect hit rate, that's fine. But in the future, you should aim for this. Okay? That's why you run Mono Quantum, by the way. You get 10% increased damage for all allies that are the same type. So let's say you have Xingque, you have Silver Wolf, you have Sparkle, and you have, I don't know, anyone else. I don't know, fucking Fushuan. Everyone's gonna deal plus 10% damage. You know, which doesn't seem like super useful because, you know, Sparkle is a buffer, Fushuan is a tank, but every single little bit you can take out of the enemy is good. Every little bit you can ship in at the enemy is good, okay? So keep in mind, as soon as you can, go for this. Broken Kill is also an option, Fleet of the Ages is also an option, and the last one I would recommend is Kingdom of Banditry as a last resort, okay? But first of all, Penacony, Land of Dreams is the one, okay? Let's see what you have in terms of build. Switch this. Effect hit rate is what you want. I get it, you probably don't have anything better, so that's why it's equipped. But what here you want effect hit rate as fast as possible, okay? As fast as you possibly can, effect hit rate on the chest. Quantum damage here as fast as possible. Attack doesn't really do anything for you. You either, on the orb, you either go quantum or HP percent. Okay? Quantum, HP percent, usually you go quantum. Okay? If you can. If your HP orb has better substats, then you go HP percent. Okay? Defeat, again, I'm guessing this is all you have, that's why you're running it. Why HP? Because again, you're not a DPS. You're a support, you're there to debuff your enemy. So if you can keep your debuffer alive as long as possible, that's a good thing. Okay? You only use HP on the orb if you don't have good substats on your quantum piece. Okay? You always go quantum. My suppose is sub DPS. You can build it for sub DPS, but in a mono quantum team, you do not go sub DPS. Okay? If you're running a Xing Shui, you want to debuff the enemy. Because if you don't, what's the point? Right? I'm talking about specifically the team that Haruka is trying to build, which is mono quantum. That's why you're using Xing Shui. It's the only, way that Xing Shui is actually interesting to use and useful is if you go mono quantum, okay? And you cannot have a sub DPS with a Xing Shui, or else you're gonna miss a ton of fucking damage. You want her as a debuff. And debuffers want to stay alive as much as possible. Again, HP percent is only used if you really do not have anything else. It's like a last resort. Shredding skill points, that's fine. Like again, how can I explain? Silver Wolf, if you build her as a sub DPS, you're gonna consume double the skill points, basically. That's pretty much because you want to cube every single round, right? Pretty much. To do damage, like her auto attacks are not gonna do damage. It's the cube or the ultimate, right? So if you go debuffer with HP, if you don't have quantum damage, you debuff the strongest enemies or the ones you want to kill first, and then you auto attack until that enemy is dead, and after that you debuff again, or if the debuff runs out, obviously. Okay? Again, quantum orb, you go HP if you really have nothing else. It's the last of the last resort, okay? It's still better than attack, because attack does not affect cube, it does not affect ultimate. Attack only affects auto attacking, and she does like no damage on auto attacking, okay? Rope, you want to switch to energy regen rate so you can ult more, obviously, if you can. This we already talked about. We want speed so we can go as fast as possible, and everything else is fine. Okay? In terms of overall stats, before I go into the light cone and everything else, overall stats you're looking for, just in case you're wondering, is 3,000, around 3,000 to 4,000 HP. Okay? Between those values, between 3,000 and 4,000 HP is what you want. More is not bad, but you want at least 3,000 HP. Okay? Attack doesn't matter. You're not looking to get attack. Attack does not matter. The number could be 0 right here. It does not matter. Okay? Defense, I would say 1,000 plus, but you're basically there, so it doesn't really matter. Speed, I would say 134, 143. One of those two is the recommended. And then if you want to go beyond that, you can. Okay? But minimum, I would say 134 for, you know, mock and all of that. If you're just playing the game casually, it doesn't really matter. You should be fine. Effect hit rate is the important stat. Okay? That's right here. Between 65% kind of and 100%, that's what you want. Closer as possible to 100, that's the goal, so your cube does not miss. Okay? Because believe it or not, your skill can miss. If you have not enough effect hit rate, it can miss, and it will not apply any debuffs. Okay, so keep that in mind. You can waste a skill point and get nothing out of it, so keep that in mind. Energy regeneration rate, you want a little bit more, but this is pretty much fine. You want like 100. If you can get 120%, you should get it with the rope. So don't worry about it too much. As soon as you switch to the rope, you should be fine. In the name of the world, do you have nothing else? You do. You do have something else. Okay. Let me tell you something. Again, I think you're going DPS. If you want to run Qingxue, do not go DPS. Instead, give her Resolution as her Lycon, okay? It's one of her best Lycons for support, okay? It gives you a chance to ensnare your target. Defense decreases by 13%. Obviously, if you can R5, it goes all the way up. Can I even max it out real quick just to see the stats? I should be able to. I can't. I cannot. Okay. I'm pretty sure it goes up to like 20% or 15%. I'm not 100% sure. I would have to check it. She was DPS before Qingxue, which we built half an hour ago. Okay, that's totally fine. Again, I'm going by what I see, right? So, again, I understand. You're changing it up. Keep going. As soon as you can, give her this Lycon. If you can R5 the Lycon, it's fine. But even S1, this Lycon S1 is better than this Lycon S1. Even though this Lycon is a 5-star. It's just better. Okay, so if you can, use this one. You don't have the... Let me see if you have the one for the event. You don't. You do not have the event Lycon yet. Okay, that's fine then. Everything else is pretty much fine. You do these small tweaks, you'll be okay. For the most part. Yo, Clover Place, thank you for the follow. Thank you, welcome. You'll be okay for the most part. I don't have any events Lycons, I think. That's fine. I'm pretty sure on a future update, we're getting a specific special store only for Lycon events. For event Lycon, sorry. I'm pretty sure. It's not confirmed. Obviously, it's speculation. But from what I heard, we might be getting a special little store where we can buy the past Lycons from events. If that's the case, you buy every single one. Because every single Lycon event is really good. Can you review my link shot? Sure. We have someone else in line, but sure. Is it good? It's going to be in the heart of the store. Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure it's specifically a tab where you can buy them. So there you go. So keep that in mind. If you can, as soon as that comes out, you take your Silver Wolf, and the Lycon you're actually looking forward to is before the tutorial mission starts. Okay, that's what you're looking for. It's besides her 5-star, it's the best thing you can have for a debuffer. Silver Wolf, okay? It's as good as it's gonna get. And you can S5 it for free by playing the game. That's pretty much it. Is there any other characters that you use? Do you use anything else, or do you only use this team right here? Aruka. Is this pretty much it, or do you use anything else? Which is being used in simulated universe? Okay. Okay. Interesting. Landau's choice, okay. Yeah, I'm guessing these characters are like kind of benched. It's okay. Yangqing is just there, I guess. Yeah, he's just hanging out. Him and the break effect build. He's just hanging out. What's Trailblazer level? 52 if I'm not wrong, right? 54. So fairly... Still, a lot of things are locked behind your Trailblazer level, obviously. You still have a lot of things locked. But it is what it is, right? We get what we get. Let me look at your ratio real quick. Alright, what do we have when it comes to ratio? Relics. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. I would say that's pretty much fine, to be honest. I don't think you should be farming Pioneer because you don't have anyone besides Ratio that can use Pioneer. And you don't have a lot of debuffers, so it doesn't really matter. So, to be honest, just keep this. You know? So, we'll see. But like, so far this is okay. If in the future you find yourself liking him and you want to keep using him, and you get more debuffers on your team, Pioneer is the one to go. Okay? Keep that in mind. This is fine, but Pioneer is better. Again, you have no one else in your account that can use it, so it doesn't really matter. You can keep this, keep using this, it doesn't really matter. This is like a casual build, which you can use if you want to just like use them a couple times, especially in places like Divergent Universe, which you get a lot of buffs. He's gonna get strong either way, it doesn't really matter. So don't sweat too much about him when it comes to builds, unless, like I said, you really want to use him to its best potential, and then you would farm Pioneer. Sealing Station. I don't know about this. I would probably switch this out for either Duran. Again, Duran is really inefficient to farm, so only go for it if you really like Ratio, or if you have any other follow-up attack units. If you don't, forget Duran, go for Salsoro, okay? That's the second best one you can have on him, is Inert Salsoro. If you can, go for that. Glamoth is also fine, and Izumo is also okay. I would get rid of this as fast as you possibly can. Obviously, if you have nothing else, you use what you have, okay? Do what you can. But like, if you can, farm Salsoro and get it replaced, okay? Let me see what you have. Crit damage, wait, what's the stats? Okay. I would say crit damage is fine. Crit damage body is completely fine. The thing is, you should first think about crit rate. It doesn't matter if you have 100 or 300,000% crit damage if you never hit a crit, okay? Again, you're not gonna notice if you only use them in Simulated Universe. You're not gonna notice because you can, you can temporarily increase your own crit rate, so it doesn't really matter. I'm talking about outside of, obviously buffs that you can get, okay? Crit rate is better until you hit the cap that you need, and then you can go into crit damage, okay? When it comes to boots, speed is better if you have enough speed already because of substats, which is really hard to do, but if you do, you can go attack as well. Attack is okay. I'm playing my characters always crit, even though their stats are horrible. I can understand why, right? You look at crit damage, you look at crit rate, and you think, okay, this is what you need to do damage, right? But like, different characters scale with different things, so you want to keep an eye out for that. Like, some characters only scale on attack, some characters only scale on break effect. So even though it looks really nice to build crit rate and crit damage, especially crit damage, you have to keep in mind scalings and how often a character attacks, okay? If a character can do, let's say, 20 attacks in 2 seconds, crit rate is not as important because she's attacking multiple times. So you're gonna be able to hit even though you have low crit rate. But Dr. Ratio takes a little bit of time until he starts, dishing out multiple follow-ups. So you want to make sure every time you follow-up attack, it's a crit. as much as possible, obviously. So speed, if you have enough speed, you go attack, but usually speed. You want attack on the rope, and you want imaginary damage like this, or attack, but imaginary is slightly better, okay? Now, in terms of overall stats, before I go into the Lycon and all the possibilities you can run, when it comes to this, HP is fine. I would say the cap is 3000 plus, so you're excellently fine. You don't need to increase your HP. Attack, I would say between 2500 to 3000 attack. So you have quite a little bit to go. Okay? He really likes attack and crit damage and crit rate. He likes pretty much every single offensive stat. Okay? So if you can, go for that. Yo, Glitzy, what's up? In terms of like crit rate and crit damage, you're looking at 90% crit rate to 100. You know, as much as you can. He has no... There's no like soft minimum that you can get on him. He wants as much as possible. So 90 to 100. Reviewing one's account? Yes, we're reviewing Aruka's account. We're trying to help out as much as we can. So yes, that's pretty much how much you want to aim to have. Crit damage, 180 to 200 is usually, you know, kind of where you want to have. Obviously, more than 200 is also fine, but as you know, number one priority is hitting 90 to 100 crit rate. Okay, that's like number one priority. Even if you only have 100% crit rate, crit damage, sorry, it doesn't matter. Crit rate is king, is number one. That's the most important, because crit damage can always be buffed by other characters inside the game. You can always get Topaz to buff your crit damage. You can have relics buffing your crit damage. There's very few characters in Lycons that can buff by a lot your crit rate. They usually give you like 8%, 6%. You know, that's not a lot. But crit damage, they usually give you like 32%, 40%, 50%. So it's way easier to buff your crit damage than it is to buff your crit rate. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, Lycons. Sleep like the dead. Is this everything you have? Let's see. You do have only Silence Remains. Do you have... That's pretty much all you have. Okay. So, bad thing about Dr. Ratio is he does not have a lot of choices when it comes to Lycons. Okay? He is friendly enough that you can build him quite easily, but he requires a lot of end game and really good stats to make work. Okay? It's a double-edged sword. So you can make him work really early into the game, you know, by making, you know, so you can get through the content, to the story, all of that. You can make him work with barely anything equipped. But if you want him to shine and, you know, be as good as he can be, he requires quite a lot. In terms of Lycons, sadly, you either go for his signature, you go for the Topaz signature Lycon, which are both gachas and paid Lycons, so it doesn't really matter. You can go cruising in the Stellar Sea, or if you have Sealess Lycon in the night, you can go for that, okay? There's a couple of other Lycons, but the one you should probably have, because the only one you have right now, is only the Silence Remains. So if you can, level this up, switch into this. This one, R5'd, is better than cruising the Stellar Sea R5'd, okay? Even though it's a 4-star and not a 5-star, this one is still better in terms of value. It's gonna give you better value, okay? So if you can, R5 this one, level it up, equip it, okay? Let me see if you have enough. Actually, is this the only one you have? It is the only one you have. Okay. Let's say by some unlucky reason, you know, down the line, you get to R5 Cruising Sea, which is the one in Eartha's shop, before you can R5 this one. If that's the case, if you do not have this one R5'd by the time you get Cruising in the Stellar Sea R5'd, you use Cruising in the Stellar Sea first, and then you switch to this one later, okay? But, I don't know about Sleep Like the Dead. I don't know about this, okay? It's not bad, but it's just not it. You're just not gonna make use of the buff, because like, whereas basic attack or skill damage does not result in a crit hit, increases their crit rate by 36%. Sure, what this means is you can basically guarantee one crit every turn for your specific character. For example, your ratio is gonna crit once every year, which means you actually make use of the buff. But in the future, if you build them up and he gets to like 90% to 100% crit rate, you will crit every single time, which means, you know, this becomes useless. Okay? This is basically a crutch. This Lycone specifically is a crutch for new accounts. Because you're going to have low crit rate anyways, you're going to miss anyways. So this is how you can guarantee a little bit of damage in your early days playing an account. But, you know, later on, this is not going to help you. It's pretty much useless, okay? So keep that in mind as you level up your ratio. Everything else, yeah, obviously work on your traces. Very important. I would say that's #1 priority because, you know, it's a guaranteed damage increase every time you level one of these. So keep that in mind. Is there any other character that you use, or is everyone else pretty much benched? Do let me know. I see that a lot of these guys are pretty much benched. Nope. Okay, so I'm guessing pre-1, everyone else is like level 1, 2. Okay. Harmony MC, that's fine. Dan Hong, Tin Yun. Okay, so it's safe to say that you only have one team right now, right? You only have one working team, which is fine. I'm just asking because I'm like curious, you know. What level are you? 60? 70? Not bad. No build. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me see in terms of what do we have in terms of mock. Let me see how far you got. We'll check this out and then we'll probably end it right here. Let's see.
Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. Got no way to prove it, so maybe
Do you want to enter
let's
the
see.
forgotten?
Can you try the first half with my team? First half of... Oh, you're on level 12. Okay. So you're on the same level as Violet. You mean the first half of 11 or 12? Which one of these are you asking? Yeah? You mean... You're talking about 11 or level 12? Whichever. "18 cycles. Can I see Yang Cheng, Eartha? Okay. Let me see if I can 3-star this real quick. So you used Huo. Okay. Let me see what I can do. Okay. So use this. Where's my Silver Wolf? There it is. Robin. And then you used Young King. Do you have nothing else? Lightning. You have no lightning characters. You have no fire characters. Okay, I see why. And another quantum. Okay, so let's do this. No one else is built? Okay, let's do this then. Do we have a buffer? We have Ting Yun. Not ideal. Okay, let's try this. Let's see what we can do. If this team, let me see if this works first, and then I'll try your team on the first half to see how it goes. What's the buff? Wait, I forgot to see the buff. What's the buff? Restore HP. Okay. So you can actually get away with not using a healer. If it gives 60% HP, you can probably get away with it. But let me test it out. I haven't done this in a while.
Upgrade can take you.
I'm with you.
Shift the balance.
I see. The guys might not have a relics. It should be okay. We'll see. Let's try it out. Let's try it out.
Thousand wonders to raise your spirit.
Okay, so Tingyun should be the first one to go, but she's probably not built. Let's see.
Fight is fun. Bladed flight. Time to twirl. Let's be friends. Time to twirl.
There we go. We can actually clear this right away. Yeah, you can get through this without a healer. Yeah, I thought so. So there's no reason for Woho to be there unless you want just, you know, her to be buffed. Which is okay. Right? If you're running her for the buff is okay. Oh, I have no... That's okay. We'll auto attack here. Nice, that's a nice trigger. Auto attack. Skill.
Hope you're prepared.
We can auto attack this as well. I feel we're cooked. We'll see, we'll see. There we go. We can auto attack here as well. Skill. No reaction. No reaction. Alt.
Name of a will forged in ice. Never faltered.
Auto attack. So we get some skill points back. Do this. 700 damage, okay. That is not ideal, but I'm sure we can make it work. Okay, skill. We should have him killed, it's just gonna take a while, because we do no damage. We're gonna waste a lot of turn on this. I'm gonna overcap, but it's okay to be honest. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Give it to her. We're gonna overcap on Yangqing, that's why I'm not giving her ultimate. I don't wanna, you know, overflow on energy. Do this, ult. This should kill. Hopefully this kills, let's see. Close enough. There we go. Okay, second half. Let's go. I see what this team can do. So this is your main team. If we don't clear this in 3 cycles, we can take out Woho and run another DPS like, I don't know. Probably, you don't have Danhang built, but something like Ratio or some shit. We'll see. Buff. Skill. 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 There we go. That's a kill. That's a kill. We're not gonna debuff this guy because there's no point. We'll wait for the big guy to show up. There we go. That's the guy we want to debuff. Go again. Go again. Please. There we go. Easy.
Luck of the draw, please. And victory! Can I have fun?
Oh, that was actually a misclick. That was my bad. It's alt. We clear this, no problem. Alright, that's a 3-star right there. Look at that.
My turn. Choose one.
There we go. Done. That's a 3-star. Not bad. Obviously, we're on element, so it's way easier, of course. Like, you're only gonna see the value of Silver Wolf, especially when we're off element, you know? As soon as we get off element, that's when you see the value. So let's say here, for example, like we're completely off element. Actually, we're not. It's actually quantum. This is totally clearable. Do you mind if I do floor 12 just to test it out? Do you mind? Can I do this? Is it okay? Just so I can test it out. Sure. Okay. We'll run the same teams. So if it's really with Akron, yes, that's another team you can do besides Mono Quantum. Enhance. Let's do all this, all the buffing, all this, buff again. Go.
How many can you block?
Alright, same strategy as before. Ult Yangqing. Sadly, she doesn't go first, but it's okay. Right, do this. I'm gonna ult probably this guy. Doesn't really matter. We're just trying to get through this as fast as possible. The bombs don't really do anything, so we can ignore them for now. I'm just gonna ult, just so we don't overcap on energy, even though we don't need the shield right now. That's fine.
Welcome, customers.
Okay, let's do this. Now we just clear.
This ends here.
I'm gonna try not to waste the ultimate. I'm gonna save the ultimate if I can.
Time for swordplay. Strike with heart. Time to twirl.
There we go. That's gone, and he should be gone as well.
Do you know who I am? This big
Alright, do this.
It's all yours.
No skill points, sadly. That's okay. We auto attack, we skill. We want to keep up the buffs as much as possible. Even if we're sacrificing a bit of damage, it's fine, because in the long run, buffs are more important. Auto attack. We'll let him go. By the way, this is our weakest side. This is where we deal the least damage, because these units are not built. Imagine if they were, you know? Who's next for review? You, actually. As soon as I finish this, we'll move on to you, if you still want to. We can auto attack.
Oh dear.
We should be okay. She shouldn't die. We should be okay.
This ends here.
I'm actually gonna skill here for the ultimate, just so we can give her a shield. Was it Tofu next?
Never falters.
Wait, I'm pretty sure didn't Clover ask first? Am I wrong? Am I a dumbass? I could be confusing. I think Clover asked first. Am I wrong? Am I wrong, chat? Am I being a dumbass?
The sword is like water. It cannot remain still.
Oh, never mind. Tofu asked first. You're right. Yeah, it was Tofu. You're totally right. It was. Okay, so Tofu is first. I forgot. If he's still here, he still wants to get he still wants to get some help. He's next. I forgot. Sorry, that was my bad. I'm not really keeping tabs on it, you know. I'll attack. Tofu and Black Swan. Okay. You're right. If he's still here or her, and you know they want to have her, they still want to go through with it, we'll do it. We can auto attack here. Alt. Okay, so Tofu is still here. Okay, we'll do you next. Okay, Tofu, we'll help you next. And you're Purification. Yep. I remember now.
What are you looking at?
Skill.
Time to twirl.
Hope you're prepared.
Let's get rid of this guy, just so he's dead now. We keep going. This is not now. It's just a grind, by the way.
Let's be friends.
Buff. Alt.
Do you know who I am?
Go.
Diamond. It's all yours. Time to twirl. Honored to meet me.
Oh, no skill points. That's fine though. We should be okay.
Strike with heart.
Can I ult before he goes? I can. Easy.
Swords descend.
There we go. Oh, that doesn't trigger my passive. That's kind of sad. That's fine. It should break. Don't go for Tingyun, please. Thank you. Alt. Obviously, this requires a little bit of luck, right? Because like Tingyun is so squishy because she's not built. So just a little bit of an attack can kill her. That guy's dead.
Welcome, customers.
All right, last one.
This ends here.
There we go. Next half. We have 5 cycles to clear this. We should be able to. Give me just 1 second real quick. Give me 1 second, chat. Sorry. Black Swan needs like 120 ER. I'm pretty sure it doesn't really matter. If I do remember correctly, it doesn't really matter. You need effect, hit rate, speed, and attack. Okay? Energy recharge doesn't really matter. Alright, let's go. Let's keep going. Buffing. 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 And buffing. Let's go. This should be the easier side. We should be able to do it. Let's see. Buff.
Wait for the tide.
Skill.
Gotcha. My turn.
There we go. I don't think you have much point. When it's my turn, how do I send you my logs? Yes, I'll add you on Discord. You can send me there. it's better on Discord because you can later delete the messages, so it's everything for safety, right? So I'll add you on Discord and then we'll do it up, okay? That's a nice hit, not bad. We don't need to debuff, so we'll just go for skill points. There's no need to debuff these enemies; they're way too weak. We're not gonna waste skill points here. Auto attack, move on. Okay, let's do this, this. There we go. Alright, it's done. Nice. Alright, that's clear. That was a 0 cycle clear, by the way. 0 cycles. So, as you see, like, you have a good team. As soon as you build them up, she's actually gonna do insane damage. Like, Jing Shui, if you get lucky on your skill, which you need to, sometimes you can get unlucky, but if you do get lucky, you can pretty much unlock Mach, I think, today. Let me check. You see, you have another Ice Quantum. I'm pretty sure this one has Quantum as well. Like, you're pretty much done to complete this and unlock Mach, okay? You can pretty much do it. Okay? I'm pretty sure that's pretty much it. Just follow what I said and you should be fine. It's really not a challenge. You should be okay. In less than, I would say, 3 to 4 days, you should be able to clear the whole thing. Guess is building Yangqing. I mean, I'm using Yangqing because you have him leveled, right? And there's a lot of ice on the you know, this Mach. There's a lot of ice weakness. He is not a good unit. Keep this in mind. He looks like he's good now because the units on these levels are really weak. But keep this in mind. He is not a good unit at all. So you can build him for this, but after this, if you like him, sure, build him. But if you don't like the character, move on. Okay? That's pretty much... Oh my god, please get rid of this. Yeah, you guys kill me, please get rid of these. Please, it's giving me my fucking... My brain cannot process every time I see this. Like, holy fuck, man. Wait, let's just see something real quick. And there it is. Look at that. What a beautiful sight. Even though it should be claimed, but nice. Always keep 3 of these at all times. Nice. Well played. Aruka. I'm gonna be honest. You get an A-. Alright? Since it's the account has been abandoned for like half a year, you get an A- from me, okay? It's actually not that bad of an account. You fix a couple things, you'll be fine. Okay? Tofu, you're next, right? Let me just change this up real quick. So yeah, take the advice that I said in mind, and you'll be fine. Give me your Discord username, Tofu, like Clover did. I'll add you later, Clover. Give me your username on Discord, and I'll add you to the friends list. Okay. Alright, there you go. Send me your stuff. I sent you the friend request. The name of the Discord is Nia. If you see that name, that's mine. Just send me your stuff, and when I tell you to, delete the messages, okay? That's all for safety reasons. Got a higher mark here than my finals. Yeah, I gotta Google Alt to add. You shouldn't need to. Just open your Discord. You should have a notification on pending friends requests, and you should see my name there. If you have the app on your computer or phone. But yeah, that was actually a really nice account. I'm not gonna lie. Like you have a wide variety of things built. You have, you know, it's not super bad. Like only a couple of the builds. Like the abandoned units, obviously they're not gonna be built. So I'm not gonna judge you for units that are not built. The ones you do have are not that bad, especially your Xing Shui. She's Am I Kafka? Yes, that's my profile picture. Yes, that's the if you see the name Nia, yes, that's it. Just send, yeah, that's me. You can send me your stuff here, and then when I tell you to, delete them. Okay? After I log in. Let me see. You're on Asia. Okay. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna need you to give me your verification code. It should be in your email. What were you saying about my Xing Shui? She's actually not super bad for a new player, you know? Obviously you're not a new player, your account has been abandoned for quite some time. But if I consider, you know, how far you are in the story, you know, how your account is, how much locked stuff you still have, you're pretty much in the middle of the game, you know, you're like mid-game. It's not super bad for a mid-game, but it's gonna quickly fall off if you don't take care of it. So please do. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, go ahead, please, Tofu, and delete the messages, okay? Just so for safety reasons. Yo, Phantosaur, thank you for the raid. Thank you. Welcome. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, do me that favor. You can delete it now. I'm already logged in. Thank you. It's just for so everything's okay. Asia, right? Okay, let's go. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. Are you free to play, Tofu, or are you have you spent on the game? No? Okay. I'm a dolphin? Okay, okay. I see. Yo, Phantom, what's up? Hopefully your stream was good. Hopefully everything went well. Okay, let's see what you have. Let me see, let me see. Oop, wrong one. I want to go to the store. Let's check. Do you only buy the monthly? Is that it? Do you not buy packs? Yes. Okay. Okay. Packs are a scam. Let me see what you have in terms of do you have the battle pass? Let's see. You do have the battle pass. Okay. Okay, okay. So we have a little fishy. It's okay. A little bit of a fish. So, what do you need help with? Let me know. What do you need me to check? A lot of units, actually. Holy, a lot of units. Black Swan and Pure Fiction. Alright, let's see what we have. First of all, let me just do this. I do this in every account. E1, E0, okay. E0, E0, okay. E1, E1, okay. E2, E0, E2. No Bailu. Interesting. Okay, let's see your Black Swan. Where is she? There she is. Level 70 out of 80. Okay, not bad. I should play Genshin, start with a war, but play a little League today. Oh, I'm so sorry for that. I'm a League player, so you know, I'm sorry for that. My team crashed, my PC is bugging out, so I don't know if you had anything. I just finished my first affiliate stream, so yep. Oh, congrats. Hopefully it went well. You know, that's all we need. You know, for the part that you know you were able to stream. You know, Bailu is yeah, Bailu is nice. What do you mean, man? We love Bailu. All right, let's see what we have. Okay. This one, this should be max, but besides that, that's fine. Right. I don't know about this. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, it should be fine anyway. I personally don't really like Pan Cosmic just because it's really inefficient, but you already farmed it, so it's okay. Doesn't really matter, like it's already farmed. I don't like it if you don't have it farmed, so it should be okay. Level 12 rope. And it's a shit-ass rope, but you know, it is what it is. Do you not have anything better? Silver Wolf. Yeah, this one's better. Yeah, I guess you're using because of speed. It's okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. Wind damage, that's fine. Isn't supposed to be attack orb? Wind is actually just a little bit better. It can be attack, but it's better. In terms of rope, attack is the way to go. Regen, you do not need... A lot of people think you need regen on Black Swan. You do not. Regen is not a factor. Okay? You do not need regen rope. You go attack. Okay? She's a debuffer and a sub DPS at most. You do not need energy regen at all. 100%. That's fine. Like, this is fine. You don't need any more than this. It's the default. You don't need more. Since you farmed Pan, it's actually not bad. I would say if you don't, if you're building Black Swan, you don't have the Pan Cosmic thing. This set. If you don't have it, don't farm for it. It's inefficient. It's not worth it. It's not that much better than Glamoth. But if you don't have it, go ahead, use it. It's the best in slot. But again, it's really inefficient to farm. Okay. If you don't have it, go for Glamoth or Space Healing Station. What's Glamoth? This one right here. Frontline, Glamoth. This one. Glamoth is good depending on what you have. So if you use Glamoth, you either have to you need at least 135 speed for Glamoth or 160 for the best results. Okay, so you do need a lot of speed if you're using Glamoth. If you don't have that kind of speed, go for Space Healing Station. It's usable. It's, you know, the general go-to casual build. Okay, Pan Cosmic is the best in slot. I probably could do that. You don't need to. You already farmed the best set. This only applies to people that don't have this farmed, because it's so inefficient. You're wasting a lot of energy just farming for one set, because not a lot of characters use this. And the ones that do, you're wasting a lot of energy for one character, okay? This only applies to people that have not farmed this yet. In your case, if you have a good rope, like something like this, effective hit rate, attack, like I would probably switch this one out. Let me see how much you have on speed. 132. Never mind, you do need speed though. If you can, raise speed to 134 minimum. 143 is the next step, and 160 is the one after that. Those are the breakpoints for speed, but minimum 134. Okay, if you can. And obviously, if you can reach the 134 mark and switch out this for a better rope, go ahead. If you can't, that's fine too. It's not that much of a problem. Let's see how much you have on attack. 2.5k. I would say raise this to at least minimum 3,000. So between 3,000 and 3,500 is what you want. If you get more than that, that's fine. That's fine too. But you get diminishing returns. Okay. The more of one specific attribute you stack, you hit the ceiling, and then you get diminished returns. Okay. Which basically means you don't get the full effect of the stat anymore. Okay. So keep it between 3,000, 3,500, and it should be okay. Effect hit rate. How much do you have? 93. If you can, raise it to 100%. That's like as early as you can go. 100% is, the bare minimum. If you can, in the future, work it up to 120%. If you can. Okay? 120% plus is the recommended. If you can. Defense is fine. HP is fine. 3,000 plus. Traces, you just need to max them out. Anything else is fine. And your build is totally fine. She's not a hard unit to build. What do you have? Solitary healing. I'm gonna be honest. Do you have nothing else? You have actually you have S1. Do you not have it? Can you not S5 this? You only have one. Isn't that meant for break effect? What do you mean? You mean the orbs? No. You mean the orbs that he's using on Black Swan? Is that what you mean? Because they look the same, but they're not the same, by the way. The 5-star Nihility. The light cone? Oh shit. Where's Black Swan? There she is. The light cone. Yes, it gives break effect. But yeah, you're wasting part of the buff, but that's not the point. The point usually is it increases your dot damage by 48%, and it gives you regen energy on people suffering from dots. Okay, so yes, you are wasting 40% of break effect, but that doesn't matter. Okay, the light cone by itself is still okay to use, just for the dot increase and the regeneration. But it is the worst light cone you can use on Black Swan. It is worse than Fermata. Just so you keep that in mind. It's worse than Fermata. And Fermata is a really bad light cone. So keep that in mind. What you want, if you don't have... so the best in slot is obviously her own light cone. Okay, that's her best in slot. Obviously it's a signature light cone. If you do not have that, if you have Kafka's light cone, that's also an option. It's her second best option. Is there the signature light cone for Kafka? If you also don't have it, which you don't, the best thing you can go for is Eyes of Prey. S5 only. I'm talking about S5s here. Okay, I'm talking about S5s. That's the best option you can go for. Welds, no. Never mind Welds. Okay, I know it looks good because increased damage to debuffed enemies, but it's not as good as it looks because you're not playing with debuffs. You're playing with dots, right? You do not apply debuffs. You apply dots. Okay, so keep that in mind. Eyes of Prey gives you dot damage, gives you effect hit rate. It has everything you need. Let's say you don't have this light cone for some reason. Maybe you're a newer player. You don't have it. Good Night Sleep Well is a good option. It's Showtime is also a good option. I don't think you have it. You have it. It's Showtime. You don't have it. It's Showtime is a good light cone. You can buy it from the store for Pure Fiction and Mock. The end game light store. You can buy for fragments. Okay. Before the tutorial starts, before the mission starts, is also a good light cone you can use. It's also available, and Fermata is also a thing. Obviously, not the best light cones. I would go for this one. Try an R5 if you can. Even if you can't, it's still better than the one you have. Okay, keep that in mind. This light cone right here, even at S1, is still better than solitary healing. So please level it up, equip it, and as you get them, as you get more copies, enhance them. Okay. And you'll see how your damage skyrockets as soon as you switch these two, okay? Alright, is there anything else? Let me see. That's pretty much it for Black Swan, to be honest. How long have you been playing for? Since launch. I've been playing since launch. And I played a little bit of the beta too. Level up Black Swan? Is it not maxed? Oh, it's not maxed. Yeah, level up your Black Swan to 80. I know it's popular in Genshin to say, this comes mainly from Genshin. Oh, you don't need to level your units to 80 because it's not a return on stats. But that's not the case for Honkai. You actually do get a really nice return on your stats. So please do level your stuff to max, okay? If you can. Same with the light cones, which this one is. But keep your stuff maxed, okay? Number 1. Level. Number 2, traces, max them out. Level 3, light cone, get the other one, level it. Level 4, raise up your substats. That's pretty much it. Okay? That's pretty much all you need. Alright, where else were we checking? Pure Fiction, right? Let's check Pure Fiction. Let us check Pure Fiction. 4-star out of 4. So you cleared every single level. You just didn't 3-star all of them. Let's check. let's see what we have. Two stars, okay. That's not bad. What do you have? What do you use? Let's see. What the fuck? Huh? What is this? Alright, wait, let me hide myself real quick. What is the? Right now, I'm more curious about your naming skills. Okay. Anyway, moving on. I'm not judging. All right, I'm not a judge of character. So let's see. Clearance lineup. Let's see what you used. Can I check it even? Do I even know what you used? I don't think I can check. You know, it's my profile then. You'll judge me because I don't name my team lineups. You okay? Let me know what you used, just so I have an idea. Fire Chef, Black Swan, Ho-Ho, Akron. Okay. And for phase 2? Robin, Luocha, March, and Fei Xiao. Passages by March artifacts. Okay. Okay. For Astas, I think. Let's see, what do we have here? Not bad. Okay. Good. Oof. Okay. It's okay. Let me see. What can we do? Do you have? You do. 75. Please 80 these characters, man. Need a 4-set for Fei Xiao? Yeah. Yeah, you do. Yes, he does. But I'm not, you know, I'm only judging what he asked me to. I'm only gonna look at what he asked me to. What else do we have? Is this good? That's good. Nice. Good. 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 Can you not superimpose? You cannot. Okay. Okay. I fixed my Ting Yun with random relics and she's faster than Yang Qing somehow, so that's better. Yes, if you can make her be the first one to take action on your team, that'll help a lot because, you know, you don't waste a turn without having buffed your Yang Qing. So that's actually good. Okay, let's try it out. Let's do something like you don't have her E2, do you? E1. Okay. Okay. So you need 2 Nihilities on your team. There you go. Now it's 80. That's good. Let's try and do this as best as we can. What do you have? What do you have? Oh, you don't have Aventurine, sadly. That's okay. Is your... What do you have on this guy? Let's see. Trend. Perfect. Insane. Very nice. Good. Pog. A+ for that. A fucking plus. You can check my show artifacts? Let me see. Eyes of the Prey. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you something. Are you zero cycling Mach? Is my question. No? There's no reason to run this set then. No, it's not a bad set. Again, it's not a bad set on him. It gives him a couple more actions. But this set is specifically good for zero cycling Mach. Okay? Unless you want to specifically go for a fast clear on Mach. Again, it's still good outside of Mach. It is. But unless you're really trying to min-max your early game rotations, it doesn't really matter. So I can clear quickly the first wave on Pure Fiction. Sure, but keep in mind, you know, you're gonna squeeze a couple more actions, but that's not the point, because the only reason why you run this set on non-wind characters, it's because you want to, finish the first and second wave as fast as possible. Because after that, the value for this wears off. Like, it's not as good, if that makes sense. That's how I got 50k points in Perfect compared to 50k, then if I don't use it. I'm gonna be honest. You have two better options. Obviously, you have to farm for them, and this is not even maxed, right? You can keep. It's not bad. You're gonna squeeze a couple more actions. The thing is, there are better sets that will give you more value, such as Messenger, Traversing Space, 2-piece, and then you can flex another 2-piece of any set, like Prisoner Deep, anything else you can think of. The second set, the second 2-piece is flexed. You can do whatever you need. But if you want a 4-piece, that's good. Prisoner in the Deep Confinement. Okay? This one, right here. Attack, dot, defense ignore. Okay? He is not a DPS. He is a sub DPS / support. You're there to debuff the enemies, to give them dots. You are not going to carry your team with him alone. Okay? So, I would recommend a 4-piece of this. Okay? That's what I recommend. You get him to 4-piece of this. You can change him. I'm just not going to change for the simple fact that all of these artifacts are +0. Besides this one. But you have nothing leveled, right? So between running this +0 and running something that's already leveled, I'm going to go for something that's already leveled. That's the only reason. Okay? But keep in mind, you get very value from this. Okay? But again, this set, it's only interesting to use if you're using a dot team, which you should. Akron is fine, but you should have more than one dot character, okay? You can trust unleveled relics. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I would rather have whatever stats you have on these leveled, like right here. I would rather have that. Von Wack is okay. It's his best in slot. That's totally fine. You're okay. Fire damage, that's fine. What do you have on the rope? Energy, okay, that's good. Speed, good. Effect hit rate, that's fine. Perfect. Okay, that's not too bad. If it was me, I would switch the set for the other one, but again, if you don't want to, this one works fine. It's just that most people use it for zero cycling Mach. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. We need another Nihility character, don't we? Because we don't have her E2, so I'm probably gonna go for Gwen-Knifen. Silverwolf is not bad too. But Silverwolf is way too meh. Black Swan. I used Black Swan, right? I forgot you have a Black Swan. My bad. Yeah, we can use Black Swan. I forgot. I also use Black Swan on my personal team, so she's a really good debuff stacker for Akron. Would March, just because she's a follow-up. You mean the Hunt version of March? You mean the Hunt? You mean that's what you're talking about? Preservation? Oh, you mean because you can shield and then follow up? The problem is we're not doing Mach, right? We're doing pure fiction. The problem with pure fiction is single target characters suffer a lot. I know she can do multiple attacks, but you're relying on your enemy to attack you instead of relying on yourself to do all the damage. If you can clear every single wave of enemies fast, that's the best way, right? She isn't bad. She just needs to be built. Right now, what I'm going for is I'm betting everything on his Akron to do the work. So we have Japard running Trend. Okay, so he can debuff every time he gets attacked, or anyone else gets attacked. There's a chance he gets gives debuffs to the enemy. That's another stack for Akron. We have Jiao Chou, which is, or Jiao Qi, whatever the fuck his name is, which gives more debuffs as ultimate increases the damage for Akron. We're basically funneling damage and ultimate points to Akron. That's the idea, right? We'll see how it goes. Obviously, we have to test a little bit because my account has different teams, different characters. Is Japard E1? I'm pretty sure he is. Let me see. Let me check. There he is. He sure is. Look at that. But that does not matter. We're not here. No, the skill doesn't really matter. Can apply a debuff? Yes, but at the cost of a skill point. Keep that in mind. You're wasting your skill point to apply one debuff on one guy, and it's a 35% chance. It's not 100%. Okay? So there, if this misses, you just wasted a skill point and you got nothing out of it. Okay? Keep that in mind. Let's do this one for the first. We'll test it out for a little bit. Let's see what we can do. Let's do this. Do you have something like this? You have Robin. I'm just making some overall team. Decopulated Lady not built. Oh, she's not built? Let's see. Interesting. Wait, let me see ratio. Oh, ratio has... Oh, it's on facial. Do you have... I'm gonna switch. I can switch. We can switch back later, so he has something. Even if he's not maxed, he should be able to clear. Let's see. But yeah, if you want guaranteed to increase your points in this, try to level your stuff. Like, you're lacking. Most of your characters are level 70. Most of them don't have relics maxed. You know, you're like, this guy's not maxed. This guy's not maxed. She's not maxed yet. You see what I mean? The light cone should not be this one. Like I said before, it should be running something else. So there's a lot you can do before you start worrying about, you know, team comps and characters and what works and what doesn't. Just level your stuff. Okay? Let's see what happens. Let's see what we can do. Do you have the Lycon for her? Let me see. Do you have her signature? You don't. Okay. Interesting. You don't have Firefly. Actually, I would rather go something else. Do you have Topaz built? If you do, I think I would rather run Topaz, to be honest. Swordplay. Oh, that is not it. Okay, never mind. We go back. Never mind. I take back what I said. Never mind. We can run this. Doesn't really matter. We can run something like... Wait, where's Robin? Dr. Ratio Robin. Okay, let's try something like this. Let's see what happens. We'll try it out. Okay? Let's go. Let's see what we can do. Alright, let's do this. Numbi does AoE? No. Only single target. The fact is, it just attacks really fast. And, you know, Topaz can one-shot enemies with her basic attack. So you can technically kill 2 enemies at the same time. Technically. Alright, let's see what we can do.
Make a wish.
I'm with you.
slow simmer over there.
Dream forth.
Let's go. I'm gonna try this for a little bit, and then I'm actually ending it here because I'm running out of time. I gotta go in like a couple of minutes. We'll have to do save yours for another day, Clover. I'm really out of time.
You refuse the toast.
We're gonna save yours. If you're here tomorrow, we can do it tomorrow. Sadly, I don't have more time. We're on limit. I'm already doing tofus on overtime, technically. Alright, let's see what I can do. At this point, we just stack buffs.
Let's add more seasoning.
Oh, just slow down. Please stop.
Ill tidings manifest.
I'm honored
Do this.
since you're already here.
We
Why
can
not
ult
have
right
a
away,
meal
just for
before
damage. Doesn't really
I
matter.
weep for the departed.
It shouldn't one-shot everything. There we go.
Another journey begins.
Do this.
For oblivion.
This ends here.
Auto attack. I'm not gonna skill on him.
Better to make no move. No seasoning.
We're just stacking for our ultimate. Basically, we're hoping that our ultimate will carry us all the way. That's the idea.
Memories of beneath
Alright, so this.
the waters lies an endless abyss.
I'm not gonna ult yet. We can ult now because the
I
enemies
weep for the
respawned.
departed. It too shall fall.
400k is not bad. Not bad damage.
Is that all?
What do you want to know?
Auto attack this. Skill this. This should kill.
I like adding fuel to the fire.
Unless he doesn't. Okay. Auto attack. Please just die.
Destiny.
Die! Alright, thank you. Alright, ult. So we can get some shielding.
Forged in ice. Never falters.
A little more heat. I'm honored since you're already here.
Do this.
Why not have
We
a
should
meal
be okay. We'll see. How much speed do we have? Let me check real quick. After all of this is done. Let's see. How much speed do we have? 121. Okay. 103. Okay. Okay.
Destiny for oblivion.
I'm actually just gonna clear the wave here. Might as well. Just spawn
I
the
weep
next
for
one.
the departed.
It's a bit of a waste, but I'm just gonna do it real quick.
It too shall fall.
To be honest, I would be down to get rid of Japard for another DPS unit. To be honest, I'm sure we could probably survive. Just auto attack this.
How about letting the enemy strike for more seasoning?
What do you want to know?
Ill fate descends.
Alright, do this. Alt. We should clear the whole thing.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Okay. That triggers. That does not kill. Okay.
Is that all?
Oh, no skill points. That's actually kind of bad.
This ends here.
Okay.
Destiny.
Does this kill? The dot does not kill.
Free will,
Okay.
or was it fate? Still waters of oblivion.
That's so fucking sad, actually. Alright. We should get 25k here, hopefully. Let's see.
Forged in ice. Never falters.
I'm honored since you're already here.
Okay, let's
Why not
re-ult.
have a meal before you leave?
I weep for the departed.
They should clear at least this way. Let's see, 25k I think.
It too shall fall.
Hopefully. Not 25k. I think this guy's just not doing it for me. I really don't like this character.
A little more heat.
Like, it just doesn't do enough, to me at least. I don't really like him. Let's see what we can do here. I think we can still turn it around. Let's see.
Burn away. Let the show begin.
For the theater of the mediocre.
Let's try it out. I'm really not a big fan of the Fox Boy. I really am not.
Harmony and unison.
I think he's fine for like casual play, but I don't see him as an interesting one to use. I'll just attack here, doesn't matter.
Questions.
You won't get away.
70k? That's not kinda meh. Oh, these units are not it. Damage? That is not it. I'm gonna be honest. Their artifacts are artifacting? Yeah, I can tell that they're missing something.
You won't get away.
60k, that's not bad. 33, yeah, this is not it.
The measure of truth and falsehood.
I have something for you.
Their artifacts on other characters. Okay, that explains it a little bit.
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
0 points.
Not bad. Yeah, this is not gonna work. They're way too weak, I think. Let's see. I'll try, but I think with a couple of changes it might be doable. But I think,
You've got a lot of nerve.
you know, you really have to work on... Is he gonna kill her? Okay. I think you need really to work on your characters, like the artifacts, level them up, you know, leveling up your characters. Because that damage is not it. Let me turn back and check. Is it really that bad? Let me see. Where is she? There she is. Oh. Right. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Yep. I spot the problem. She crits once every 10 years. I see the problem. Yeah, this is not it. 100%. 2000 attack. Okay. What about ratio? Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
Would you like to hear a story?
So this one and this one are pretty much unusable. Is your fire or imaginary? March's artifacts are on Asta. Okay, I see. I'm gonna be honest. You just don't have enough, to me, you don't have enough DPSs of different elements built. You have an Akron, you have a Fei Xiao, and that's pretty much it. Maybe your Blade is built. Himiko is not, so she's completely useless. She could... Gwenifin could be a thing. The problem is we don't... This Pure Fiction specifically does not have a buff for dots, you know? So it's either follow-up attack, break effect, or ultimate damage, which is not something you have on hand right now. I guess I could go Clara. Is your Clara built? Let's see. How's your Clara? Not fully built, kind of built. How's she looking? Not great. I think the problem is you're building... Look at this. All of your units are level 70, 70, 70, 60, 70, 70. Like, you're focusing on, you know, building everything at the same time. And, you know, getting everything to 70, you know, getting every single trace, let's say, level 8 at least. You know, you're trying to do everything at the same time. Don't. Focus down on 2 teams and build them up. You know? even if they're all off element, let's say someone like Akron can brute force most sides. She can probably brute force this as well and get a decent score, right? But like if you have them all awfully built, it's not gonna help. Like she's fine. Like your Akron's completely fine. But like attack the like for dot you want attack, this is not it. This is level 70. Like this is not it. You know what I mean? Instead of building everyone at the same time, try and focus down, you know, 2 teams. Choose 2 teams that you like. You know, even if they're all off element, it's fine. Choose 2 teams that you like and focus on that. Okay? Just so you have some sort of idea, this guy should be rocking 4,000 plus attack in combat. Okay? In combat. With boosts and buffs and all that stuff, he should be rocking 4,000, not 2,000. So you need to double this.
Huh?
Effect hit rate 83%. It should be at least 140%. Okay? And because if you don't really care for effect hit rate, what happens is you're gonna E, the buffs are not gonna apply, and you're gonna waste damage, and you're gonna waste the skill point.
Huh?
So keep that in mind. Wait, what speed do you have? 137. Speed only matters, you know, the only thing you need to know about speed for this guy, he needs to be faster than everyone else. That's basically it. It can be 1 speed, it can be 1,000. As long as he's faster than everyone else on your team, you're fine. Okay? DPS character, sorry. Faster than any DPS character. So, you know, Acheron, Black Swan, you know, if he's not faster than this guy, it doesn't really matter. He needs to be faster than every single DPS on your team, so that's how much speed you need, you know, as long as he's faster than everyone else. So, I really don't, unless you like retry over and over and over again, and you eventually will get lucky, and we can probably clear this. You know, it's just nothing. There's nothing I can do to 100% guarantee you clearing this. You just have to retry over and over until you get lucky. Because besides builds, a lot of pure fiction is based on luck. You know, crits, buffs applying, all of that stuff. You know, a character's attacking one instead of the other. It's a lot of luck based. And sadly, I don't have the time to like sit here for like 3 hours and trying over and over again. But I'm sure you can clear it if you up your characters. Just work on your characters, and I'm sure you can clear it. Let me see your missions, by the way. Oh my god. Okay. Energy? Is it capped? Not capped, Pog. Not capped. Okay. Sadly, I'm kind of running out of time, so I'll stop here. But like, you have 100% the characters you need to clear this. You just need to actually build them. I'm gonna do this real quick. Let's just log out. Real quick. Sadly, Clover, we couldn't get to you today, but if you're here tomorrow, we can do it up 100%. I don't mind. You know, I was gonna do something else, but I don't mind doing this because I actually enjoy doing this, so it's okay. If it's something you want, I'll be here tomorrow. Wait, actually, wait, what day is today? Let me check, actually. Let me see if I don't say some dumb shit. Actually, no, never mind. I might not be here tomorrow. Because usually Fridays I usually don't stream unless something interesting happens, like some news or like some trailer drops, or you know, some special program for some gacha happens. So if there's nothing interesting happening tomorrow, I'll probably won't be live. If that's the case, I'll only be live on Monday. Well, we'll see. Let me just log back into my account real quick. Oh, I forgot. Asia. I forgot to change regions. God damn it. This is all your fault, chat. I was gonna draw some comparisons on my own account, but now that I had to Alt F4, I'll just leave it here. Because I'm really over time. Region always gets you. True, actually. I forget that like you have to like change regions. That's why I blame you guys. You guys have to do ones to remind me. You have to remind me to change my region. It's always the regions. Yep. I'm pretty sure my main account. I probably have like an account in every single region. You know. Just because of this. I'm pretty sure I started an account in every single region. You move too fast. Yeah. I guess you're right. I guess you are right. Anyways, chat. It was fun. I'm on to floor 15. Good. Like I said, I'm sure you can unlock and even clear a couple of the floors from Mach. I would say up to level 5, 6, maybe even 8. You should be able to clear no problem. Even with the characters not being built. Because it's just, they don't have a lot of HP. I would say floor 5. You should be able to. 100%. Alright, chat, it's been fun. But I gotta go. Okay? I'll see you guys either tomorrow or on Monday. It depends on if something happens tomorrow. If nothing happens, I probably will not be live. I'll let you guys know on Twitter if I do stream tomorrow. So please do follow me on Twitter so you can know if I stream, if I don't stream, if anything happens inside the gacha world. I usually tweet about it if I find it out. So please do follow. Thank you everyone for, hanging out. It was fun. We'll do more of it on Monday or tomorrow. And hopefully you have a good rest of your day. Bye, 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 bye.